Everybody scrambling to get a share. Wolves in sheep clothing, boats of prey waiting to swoop down on you, and there's no telling what they'll do. You gotta be careful. You gotta be careful. Where you go when you're walking, what you say when you're talking. You gotta be careful. You gotta be careful, careful.
Good morning, Grenada. Good morning, Caracopidi, Martinique. Good morning to you also, and to friends wherever you are listening to Real FM at this time. I say it's up the morning to you, and here's hoping that you are going to have the best day possible for the rest of your life. Good morning to Chester Bandy David. Let us pray.
Good morning to you, Dre, and the listeners of Real FM. Father, we give you praise this morning because of who you are. God, we thank you for the night watch into a new day that you have blessed us with. And for this, we are thankful. This morning again, God, we thank you for this beautiful land that you have blessed us with, Grenada, Carriacou, and Peter Martinique. We thank you, God, for everything that you have blessed us with. God, as I look around these days, there are so many hopeless people. But we thank you this morning that is our hope. Hope never dies. God, I pray this morning, God, that we're able to draw from you this morning, like the woman at the well, that she would never thirst again. This morning, God, we give you praise. We acknowledge you as our Lord and our Savior. Father, we bless your name this morning. I pray that you give us a heart of love this morning. God, I pray that, God, the love that you are able to give us each day, Lord, that we will spread it like manure to each other. I come against hatred. I come against, oh God, backbiting. Oh God, I come against every iniquity that is plaguing the world. Oh God, I pray, sir, for the wish not to leave at this time. There are so many witches around. Oh, in the name of Jesus, God, we declare your power in the atmosphere of Grenada. We give you praise. We give you honor. We give you glory, God. Father, take charge over this beautiful land. We pray for those in authority, Lord. I pray, Lord, that they would seek you for direction. God, without you, Lord, we are nothing. I pray for every minister of government, God, that they would draw from you. They would hear from you, Lord. Oh God, so that they would be able to just do what you want them to do and not their own thing. This morning I bring Real FM into your hands. I thank you for the agricultural program. We thank you for the food that you have blessed us with daily, Lord. The earth is the Lord and the fullness thereof, Lord. Father, we thank you for this beautiful land that you have blessed us with so many food that we can eat and drink, Lord. So we give you praise. God will lift Mr. Daniel and all the others who will be on this platform today, Lord. We pray that this program, Lord, would encourage us, Lord, to know how important it is for agriculture in our beautiful land. We give you praise. We think about those who are sick this morning. God, we think about those who are bereaved this morning. Oh God, I pray for every hurting heart this morning. I pray that you comfort them. in a time like this. So as we go to the Lord, you take charge, Lord. We declare your greatness over this beautiful land. Have your way, Lord. Be with Mr. Donald and the entire team on this program today, Lord. And I pray that your name will be glorified. We give you praise. We give you honor. We give you glory. In the mighty name of Jesus, I pray. Amen and amen.
Good morning, Chester.
God bless you, sir. Morning, sir.
How are you?
I would say grateful to be alive.
Okay, how are your children?
They are fine this morning. Getting themselves ready for school.
Wonderful. And how are the animals in the field?
You know what? We're going to look after them.
What?
I say, now what? We're going to look after them.
Okay, I got you.
Yeah.
Well, have a wonderful day, my brother.
A blessing, man. Blessing to you and the listeners.
All right, great. Take care.
One love.
It's real. It's Real FM. Good morning, Grenada. Good morning, Carol. Petey Martin, too. Good morning to every single one of you, wherever you are this time. It's indeed a joy to be serving you for yet another day. Do stay with us.
In an industry where customers expect quality, M&N Hardware Limited is a leader in locally manufactured aluminum windows, doors, roofing, and guttering. Our manufacturing division is efficient, flexible, and will always go the extra mile to surpass customer expectations. If you need security, sash, casement, or projected windows, we're able to do it. Our security and heavy-duty doors are state-of-the-art and can be customized specifically for you. Using innovative coating technologies and protective film, our roofing and guttering is weather-resistant, providing outstanding color retention for many years. Available in 24 and 26 gauge and a variety of color options. We are the leading company, a family that is proving to customers they can have their dream products. M&N Hardware Limited. Foundation to roof, let's build together.
So fast pay, a new and easy way to pay. So fast pay, so fast pay.
You asked for it and you got it. A quicker way to pay your bills online. It's fast, secure, and easy to use. No registration, no additional fees. Flow is now offering FastPay, an online service that allows you to settle your bills in less than 2 minutes. Need a receipt? FastPay will send it to your email immediately. Use FastPay now for convenience, safety, and efficiency at discoverflow.co/fastpay.
So fast pay, 2 minutes and you're on your way. So fast pay, so fast pay.
Flow is keeping you connected.
Neighbor, you don't want to save money on your water bill and know your water supply is sure even in the dry season? You ever consider catching the rain and storing it in a barrel or a tank? Well, now they're calling it rainwater harvesting. That is when you collect rainwater from the roof and store it to use later in a tank or a cistern. Personally, I just use my water to wash my clothes, clean the house, water plants, flush the toilet, clean the car, and even bathe and feed the dog. But if you want to use it to drink, then you have to filter and treat the water properly. The people from the G Cruise project say harvesting rainwater supports Nawasa with distribution, saves money on your water bill, and even prevents flooding and erosion. It's also a good way to mitigate the effects of climate change. To build your own rainwater harvesting system, check a plumber or visit a hardware store to get the materials you need. Follow G Cruise 473 on Facebook, Instagram, X, and YouTube to learn more about rainwater harvesting.
Classic Furniture. Our items are made from the best local wood available on island. Our products are made with love, care, furniture and the experience we have gained over the years, why do you even contemplate using substandard furniture, which is imported, when you can get the best made right here in Grenada? Our factory is located in the cultural village of Chantabelle and our showroom on Ben Jones Street, St. Andrew. We are also noted for refurbishing that piece of furniture to its initial look. When looking for quality furniture, there is only one place to look, and that's Classic Furniture, where we take care of your needs with utmost care. So give us a call today and put your furniture woes to rest. Classic Furniture, where love and luxury is combined to provide the ultimate satisfaction.
Call us today on 442-4645.
Classic Furniture.
WASA. Make sure your children wash their hands today. Wash your children's hands and do it properly. Use plenty soap and water to ensure that they are germ-free before each meal. After using the bathroom, there are plenty germs outside, so when they play, obey this rule. WASA. Make sure your children wash their hands today. A message from UNICEF and this radio station.
Nine to 1, Real FM, Drumsticks, good morning.
Hello, good morning to Andrew Donald. How are you?
Hello, Drumsticks?
Hello, good morning. How are you?
Talk to me there.
Good morning to the nation. I read from the word of God, Psalm 91. He that dwells in the secret place of the Most High shall abide under the shadow of the Almighty. I will say of the Lord, He is my refuge and my fortress. My God, in Him will I trust. Surely He shall deliver thee from the snares of the fowl, and from the noisome pestilence. He shall cover thee with His feathers, and under His wings shall thou trust. His truth shall be thy shield and buckler. Thou shalt not be afraid for the terror by night, nor for the arrow.
You too. Have a great day, my darling. Bye-bye. 14 minutes. That's gone after 7. Hey, I'm still here. Didn't you realize?
Where you walk, what you say, when you talk, where you go, where you walk.
of life without fear. Greed and jealousy, hatred and envy, man, you have to move with care in that jungle out there. You got to be careful. You got to be careful. How you move when you move it. You got to be careful. Which direction you go in. You got to be careful. You got to be careful, careful.
Where you go, where you walk, what you say, when you talk. Where you go, where you walk, what you say, when you talk.
In your search for happiness, you got to leave a little room for loneliness. For things could happen all of a sudden before you realize it's only a disguise. You got to be careful. You got to be careful. With what you do and how you're doing it.
You got to be careful.
If you do, when you're doing it, you got to be careful.
Classic Furniture. Our items are made from the best local wood available on island. Our products are made with love, care, and the experience we have gained over the years. Why do you even contemplate using substandard furniture, which is imported, when you can get the best made right here in Grenada? Our factory is located in the cultural village of Chantimel and our showroom on Benjoon Street, St. Andrew. We are also noted for refurbishing that piece of furniture to its initial look. When looking for quality furniture, there is only one place to look, and that's Classic Furniture, where we take care of your needs with utmost care. So give us a call today and put your furniture woes to rest. Classic Furniture, where love and luxury is combined to provide the ultimate satisfaction.
Call us today on 442-4645.
Classic Furniture.
It is said, the proof of the pudding is in the eating. Therefore, the authenticity of the beverage can only be acquired in the taste. A taste which is original to Antoine de Beauregard Industries and comes from a combination of spices and local rum, which can hold its own all over the world. Woodman, a strength which speaks for itself. A taste which stands out from the rest, bottled with care, which speaks to perfection. Try Woodman today and be stunned by a flavor as never before. Let your palate savor that which is produced locally. Do not be deterred by substandard products. Our taste speaks volumes and sets us apart from the competition. You will be satisfied with every sip of our product. Say rum, say Woodman, feel satisfaction. Now that's quality.
So fast pay, on you an easy way to pay. So fast pay, so fast pay.
You asked for it and you got it. A quicker way to pay your bills online. It's fast, secure, and easy to use. No registration, no additional fees. Flow is now offering FastPay, an online service that allows you to settle your bills in less than 2 minutes. Need a receipt? FastPay will send it to your email immediately. Use FastPay now for convenience, safety, and efficiency at discoverflow.co/fastpay.
So fast pay, 2 minutes and you're on your way. So fast pay, so fast pay.
Flow is keeping you connected.
21 minutes after the 7 o'clock hour. Fimber Frank, good morning. I'm going to say a next thing, so correct me here. Do I say Kumawiye? And then the next thing I'll say, go ahead and do the people weather forecast. Thank you very much, Fimber. Have yourself a wonderful day, my brother. Okay, bye-bye. All right, good. Real FM. Yeah. I say Real FM. Is contamination a bad word, friends? I don't think, No. That means you get it. I mean, the thing that you get could be bad. Like, if you are contaminated by COVID, then that's a bad thing. If you're contaminated by whatever disease, that's a bad thing, right? But Real FM is not a disease, no. So if I say you're contaminated by Real FM, then that's a good thing. Yeah, could be. Andre kind of dumb, yeah, so don't really bother with him, yeah.
And how you doing it?
24 minutes after 7 o'clock. Today's Thursday. Yeah, you know that already. Why am I telling you? You also know that today is the day we talk agriculture. One of our guests is already here. So we're starting to kick it at in just about 5 minutes time. That's exactly at 7:30. We kick it off and then BJ will be here. Gotta send that link to Dr. Entwine in a minute. So stay with that. Oh no, what was that? It was like something jumped out of my chest. Maybe that's all the wickedness. Just jump out of my chest, yeah. So I'm good now. Get me when I'm good. I'm really good today. Get me when I'm good. All right? Right, folks. So don't mind me, nah. This guy's a crazy guy.
In an industry where customers expect quality, M&N Hardware Limited is a leader in locally manufactured aluminum windows, doors, roofing, and guttering. Our manufacturing division is efficient, flexible, and will always go the extra mile to surpass customer expectations. If you need security, sash, casement, or projected windows, we're able to do it. Our security and heavy-duty doors are state-of-the-art and can be customized specifically for you. Using innovative coating technologies and protective film, our roofing and guttering is weather-resistant, providing outstanding color retention for many years. Available in 24 and 26 gauge and a variety of color options. We are the leading company. A family that is proving to customers they can have their dream products. M&N Hardware Limited. Foundation to roof, let's build together.
Step inside. Immerse yourself in colors that come alive. Color by Sizzles. Let your imagination run wild. Surround yourself in a world of color. Color by Sizzles. Endless inspiration. Bold expression. Bold expression. Color by Sizzles.
Sizzles. Express your style with Color by Sizzles.
Here's a fun fact. In just 29 seconds, you can say goodbye to paper bills forever. Seriously, in 29 seconds. That's less time than this ad. Head over to discoverflow.co or visit us in-store and update your contact information now. By October 1st, your bills will be digital, easy to access, secure, and hassle-free. So what are you waiting for? This ad still has 2 seconds left, and you could have already gone paperless.
Hey Grenada, are you ready to take charge of your future? The Grenville Cooperative Credit Union is here to help you make it happen. Whether you're starting a savings journey, planning for education, or chasing your big dreams, we've got the tools and support you need. With savings, loans, mortgages, and expert financial advice, your goals are within reach. And for the youth of our nation, we believe in you. Let us help you build the foundation for a brighter tomorrow. Visit us at Jubilee Street, Grenville, Lucas Street, St. George, or our brand new modern spaces at Seaton Brown Street, Grenville.
The pudding is in the eating. Therefore, the authenticity of the beverage can only be acquired in the taste. A taste which is original to Antoine de Beauregard Industries and comes from a combination of spices and local rum, which can hold its own all over the world. Woodman, a strength which speaks for itself. A taste which stands out from the rest, bottled with care, which speaks to perfection. Try Woodman today and be stunned by a flavor as never before. Let your palate savor that which is produced locally. Do not be deterred by substandard products. Our taste speaks volumes and sets us apart from the competition. You will be satisfied with every sip of our product. Say rum, say Woodman, feel satisfaction. Now that's quality.
In Grenada, we supply fertilizers, herbicides, seedlings and nursery supplies, diesel water pumps, walk behind tillers, organic and environmentally friendly agricultural inputs. We're serving you from 2 locations at Birch Grove and booth 34 at the Vendors Market in Grenville. Cost-effective agricultural solutions for all your needs. Visit Gittins Home and Garden Center for the best in everything agriculture. Call us on 409-2175 or 438-4337. Gittins Home and Garden Center, from your farm to your backyard. Classic Furniture. Our items are made from the best local wood available on island. Our products are made with love, care, and the experience we have gained over the years. Why do you even contemplate using substandard furniture, which is imported, when you can get the best made right here in Grenada? Our factory is located in the cultural village of Chantimel and our showroom on Ben Jones Street, St. Andrew. We are also noted for refurbishing that piece of furniture to its initial look. When looking for quality furniture, there is only one place to look, and that's Classic Furniture, where we take care of your needs with utmost care. So give us a call today and put your furniture woes to rest. Classic Furniture, where love and luxury is combined to provide the ultimate satisfaction.
Call us today on 442-4645.
Classic Furniture.
way you say, how you do it, what you're saying, how you don't say it, all kind of thing like that. Good morning. You want to see me? Okay, fine. Here am I. Here, my baby. Come and take me. Yeah. Crazy? Yeah. I've been called that. There's nothing that I have not been called. I've been called crazy, stupid. Oh, there's one thing I've never been called. I tell you that. Never has anybody said that I'm intelligent. People say, oh, he's stupid, he does sense. Yeah, you know, I mean, it went so thing that my good friend, what's his name? Hamlet Mark. Yeah, Hamlet Mark, my good buddy now. We work together. As a matter of fact, Hamlet and I, Hamlet was my manager at one point in time. Yeah, he was my manager. I enjoyed working with him. Yeah, did I? Yeah, I enjoyed working with him. What's wrong with this camera this morning? Okay, let me just show you a guy, and then you see, I'm trying to get this guy and myself together. So let me just do this. Oh boy. Right, that is him there. And where's oh, there is Andre now. Oh yeah. That some folks will say the ugly guy. They say, yeah, they even say that about me. But that's all right. That's all right. Guess what? Two persons in the world, my children, when they see me, oh, daddy, we love you. Brrr. All ugly gone out the door now. One say, oh, daddy, we love you, and big hug, and from the girl I'll get big hug and kiss, on the boy I'll get thumps. You know, I felt as if wanting to get rid of me. But yeah, so I'm loved by them too. So if you want to, you know, say anything about me, there's one thing you can say about me that nobody has ever said yet. Just say I'm intelligent. Nobody has ever, who called me stupid, who called me stooge. Oh yeah, Hamlet did call me a stooge. Yeah, he said I was a Keith Mitchell stooge. Hamlet told me that. He wrote it, as a matter of fact. I need to get that clip in someone. I'll ask him for it. Yeah, I could ask him for it. We good like that. So yeah, so I was called dumb, stupid, stooge, jackass, and fool, green alligator, like if duh, please, you know, monkey, you know, snuffleupagus. But that's a big thing. I don't know how they could call me a snuffleupagus. A snuffleupagus is a big thing, so do you understand? But they, oh boy, they even bothering me now when I trying to speak to you. Yeah, they bothering me now. So I really can't understand. But nonetheless, I still remain the friend of the people. Yeah, I still remain the friend of the people. Good morning, my brethren. Oh, you were on the line? No, sorry, I didn't know. Peter, good morning to you. How you doing? I was hoping that you're fine today. Who's bothering me? You're bothering your body. Oh. Look, it's agriculture today, but you know the lines are open. And some people will just take the program and they gone down so with it, or they gone up so with it, and then you just leave them, because when you do that, oh boy, you become persona non grata. Yes, you gotta be careful. Anyway, you see me in the picture there? Yeah. Let me see who the people who have commented so far this morning. Yeah, let me check them out. Okay. Who are they who have commented so far for the morning? Okay, it started off with Alban Harris, then Yvonne Roberts. Good morning to Anne-Marie. How you doing? Anne-Marie, let me tell you something. Yeah? Friendship between you and I doesn't exist. But I know you would want me to say good morning to Marilyn Ferguson for you, Anne-Marie. Okay? So Marilyn, Anne-Marie says good morning. I hope you... Marilyn is usually walking and keeping fit at this time of the morning. I'm not... Well, nah, she should be back home already. Anyway, Marilyn, in case nobody tells you, Anne-Marie loves you. Errol Bonaparte, good morning to Carol Belfon. Andra Burke, good morning. Miriam, how you doing? Cicely, hi. What's up, girl? Cicely, I find myself and you closer than your sister. Your sister kind of dropped me, so don't worry yourself. Christine Alexander, top of the morning to you, Christine Alexander. And also good morning to, Anne-Marie saying good morning again. She's good morning, girl. Jerome Kenneth Lewis. And Jackie, only got that thing yesterday, Jackie. Only got that stuff yesterday. But I'll call you. Yeah, I believe I need to call you, Jackie. I'll call you later today. And also, like yesterday was my Christmas day. Because Jackie sent me something, I got it yesterday. And also picked up something from Agent Watts. I have to give him a call. I saw he called me yesterday sometime. Gemma Warwood lives in the south of the island. And S is for South, and S is for Saturday, and S is for Seventh-day Adventist. Gemma Warwood is a Seventh-day Adventist. Good morning. I know she's laughing like this, but this guy's crazy. Victor Thomas. Do I know who is Victor Thomas? No, I don't. Okay, Victor, good morning. Who are you? Steve Kraft, good morning to you. And, I just want the numbers to climb this morning. We're just at 127. You could do better than that. All right, Deborah Laborde, good morning to John Mark and Ann Andrews. Good morning. Oh, yes, I did say we have Dalton, you know. I did say we have Dalton in here. So we probably could say good morning to Dalton. Let me see which microphone is he using. This one. Dalton, good morning.
Pleasant good morning to you, cuz, Mr. Donald.
Make your mind which one you want to use.
And pleasant good morning to the listening public.
Oh.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. To the listening public.
Yes.
What's up?
I'm good.
Mm-hmm.
You know, I know I've been missing in action for a while, but I decided to come. This morning, we got a lot of people meeting me and say, Andrick saying all sort of thing. You don't hear from me, you do this, you do that. So I said, no, Andrick cannot say that because Andrick knew.
I knew you were in St. David somewhere, didn't you? You were in the forest in St. David?
Yeah, I was in the forest.
I didn't realize there was a forest in St. David.
Yes, as a matter of fact, that forest starts from St. David's and it goes all the way to Black Forest in Granite Town.
Also, it goes westwards.
Yeah.
So where does it start? Where in St. David?
I can't call a name, but the Windsor Forest area, now it's a plant up to the top of that gap where you have the Windsor Forest Pre-Primary School. You drive all the way up to the top. There's now it's a treatment plant up there. Mm-hmm. So the forest actually starts up there.
Okay.
Yeah. And that road that is a motorable road, it was functional ages ago. Well, that is what the people in the community told me. So I think we should work on that road in the future. I have some plans to reopen that road. So you see, Grenada Network Road is really, really, really superb.
I know there's a road from that when you go over the hills.
Yeah.
You 1910
too.
No, before 1910. There's a road. If you leave St. Andrew going, the road is on the left-hand side of the road. That is the road that's supposed to take you all the way through to St. David's.
Wait, that is by 1910?
No.
Yeah, which one?
That one is lower down. It is just as the last house when you're coming from St. Andrew. There are a couple of buildings on the inside, or 2 buildings on the inside.
That's where the tourist normally goes to a river at the bottom?
No, after that. After Seven Sisters they call it. After the falls, come up and you get to a flat and then you start to climb the hills again. Just as you go around the second or third corner, there is a road going there. That is
on the left-hand side?
Yeah. 4420175, those are our numbers, yeah. And, you can't tell people not to call. So so they call at any time. Norma in St. Croix, how you doing, girl? Norma is my good friend. She's like my sister. I love her dearly. Good morning, Norma. Norma, the next girl sleeping still? Wake up. Nurse Jackie is from Orlando, Florida. Wow. Good morning, Nurse Jackie. And Nurse Jackie says, good morning, Real FM from Jacqueline Creff. So there's another Jacqueline Creff? I didn't know that there was another Jacqueline Creff. Interesting.
She related to the Creffs in Tivoli?
Maybe. I don't know. You could ask her. She's listening. Yeah. And good morning to Marilyn Ferguson. Good morning. Marilyn says, good morning, everyone. Special good morning to Anne-Marie Celestine Grant. Love you, darling. Have a great day yourself. Wow. Yes, I had a good sweat this morning. Oh, she's talking to me. That means she's been out walking. But she can't run. She could only walk. Jesus me. Andrew, you say that, you know you're dead. But if she can't run, she can't run. Okay, yes, sir. Are you saying yes?
Yeah.
Okay, hold on. Anybody who want to call me need to call me on the station. Well, you can't call me on this number and expect to get me right now. 442-0175. You could call that number. You can get to speak to me. I'm going to be very nice to accommodate calls. Don't call me. Yeah, me. Okay, so 442-0175 if you want to call me. Can't call me on this number now to get me to talk to you. Right? Okay, great. Good. That was my dad's cousin. Oh, Jacqueline Cruyff was her dad's cousin.
Okay.
So you're Jacqueline too?
Yeah.
Nurse Jackie, you're Jacqueline too? Wow.
Yeah.
Love to meet you one day. That person is rather persistent.
Yeah.
The person
They're
called
not
on this
listening.
other line now. Good morning. Hello. You that just bothering me. So what's your problem, brethren? Well, jeez, you may, but hold on, Bola. It's what, 7:43? You're supposed to be by your pigs this morning. Okay, so we can talk agriculture. Yeah. Bola, how many pigs do you have?
I'm not here. Yeah.
Do you know Marilyn Ferguson? Yeah. Could you believe the audacity of this woman sending me a challenge for a race at any sports meet? She will make the arrangements with the officials. Marilyn kind of sicko. This lady's a sicko? Yes! Could you believe it? So you saying that no, Bola, go hang up my phone. Let me just don't entertain that. Let me tell you something, people have called me stupid, though I sent all kind of thing. The one name that they have not called me, and you siding with them now. The only name that they have not called me is intelligent. So I could handle what you just said there. So what happening there, brethren? The sauce up, how they going? Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
All right. Well, somebody's saying that they're not hearing you, and I cannot understand for the life of me why they're not hearing you. Okay, not that. Are you there still, sir?
I'm here.
Okay, I don't know for the life of me. I don't know. Everything looks fine from my neck of the woods, I don't know. Somebody's saying not hearing. Not hearing what? How is it? You're there. This is
I
you.
don't know.
I don't know. Anyway, let's proceed anyway because there's nothing I can do right now.
Okay.
All right. There's absolutely
maybe
nothing I
it's just
can
a
do.
bad
Right now.
connection. With
Maybe it's just a bad connection with them. Anyway, but I tell you what. I remember that after Hurricane Ivan, there was a breadfruit tree that never stopped bearing.
Yeah.
It got battered and bruised, and when the mark bust, it started to throw back leaves and everything, and then it never stopped bearing. Now, here's what, Roland. When I spoke to someone who had the experience, and they said, "Hey, what you saw happening there, Andre, was the breadfruit tree reacting
to stress,
to the stress." I'm like, really? In a positive manner? And the person said to me, yes, because the breadfruit tree thought it was going to die. And as a result of that, it's going to just produce. Before I die, let me produce. And the worst thing that ever happened to Grenada was Hurricane Beryl. Hurricane Beryl threw on the breadfruit tree.
He eventually died.
Hurricane Beryl say you playing beast, throw it on the ground, flat.
No, but there are some trees that is what would push them into the mood to bear. Mangoes, thing. There are some areas in Grenada and other parts of the world. The first time I went to Israel, but before I did, I heard that there are fruit trees in Israel that will be a year long. That they did what and they did what. But basically is shocking the trees. That's one of the things that you can do. Because mangoes, for example, when they get the rain, they get a lot of rain, and then you start hitting the dry season, it shocks the trees, and they start bearing, get flowers as a response. So what some people will do is that if they have a little field of mango, and it's not the normal mango season, they will give it a serious amount of water over a short time, 2-3 days. Just wet it, and then cut that water out. And flowers that shooting out.
I see.
Work differently. But for some reason, some people believe that beryl and the shock and, what the winds that twist the source of trees left and right and different ways. For those that survive, they probably still in shock or in stress, as they call it. Some others, after stress, they behave very well. But I'm not sure. That's why I said maybe the ministry should do a little survey, use some of the people who have that kind of knowledge and so. And see, I don't know, it could be some soils, some basic minerals might have been leached from the soil and we need to put it back in, do some soil sample tests and what have you. But, I think something must be done because I have not seen. Since then I've cleaned up, I've pruned, I've fertilized, and I still have not seen an improvement.
Ferguson sent a next message and I vexed now. Ferguson sent a message and say, "Don't worry, I was a nurse, so you could come and run. When you pull up, I will see about you."
Mr. Man, I don't want to say no more part of you.
What the hell is that? Marlin gets it on ya.
Be careful. Just be careful.
No, boy, I
remember when you maybe they didn't tell you that story when you went in kindergarten like I did. The tortoise and the hay. You remember that story?
Yes, I do remember the story.
All right.
How's the wife, man?
Oh, wife is doing very well.
Okay.
He's doing fine. He's doing fine.
That's good.
Well, I have to say that because every morning I leave her in bed. So if she's sleeping after I'm gone, that means she's doing well.
All right. Good. So, what's new and exciting in your life, Bridget? Outside of you doing your farming?
Outside of me doing my farming and with big birthday tomorrow for La Poultry Sarasa. Outside of those two events, I've heard, Andre, and maybe you can give me some better information. I have not been officially informed, but word on the ground is that
our little playing field in a poetry is going to be making history sometime later on this year or next month.
Making history.
No, it wouldn't be this month. It will be next month because tomorrow is the end of the month.
What had that to do with agriculture, Bola?
But you asked me what next? What exactly?
Well, no,
I'm telling you what is exciting to me.
Okay. Tell me, Bola. Tell me. Okay, good.
Yeah, I understand that. I think it's the St. Patrick's RC will be coming into La Poetry to do the annual sports meet.
No, let me stop you right there, my brother. Let me stop you right there so you can get it straight. The St. Patrick Catholic School and the St. Patrick Anglican School, they had their annual sports meet at the Hermitage Government School grounds.
Right.
Now, based on the information we have received here, based on what you're saying there, based on the information that we've received here, I can correct you on that. Which is, it is going to be the parish games, which means what? About 7 primary schools, I think, in St. Patrick. Let's check it together. Shantimel, 2 in Sauters, 1 in Hermitage, 1 in River Sally, 1 in Mount Rose. Did I miss one?
3 and 2, 5. That's 6, I think you counted.
6 I counted. I am thinking that that's it. Yeah, 6 or 7 primary schools. Based on that, they'll be converting.
That's school in Samaritan.
No, it's not. That's St. Mark.
I thought this. No. Based on the bridge, but not the river. The river goes.
You got it right. You got it right. The river divides it.
Yes. But you know, where the school is located and when you're on the bridge, it appears as though it is in St. Patrick's.
Well, yes. It could. Yeah, so you're getting big athletics meet. That's good.
Yeah, so that's an exciting thing for us, for the community. For me as a person, I'm happy that at least our little village is going to go on the map for a good reason.
Talk to me about when you say good reason. You know, I always perk up interest. It's like good reason. Say that in English.
Okay, and I say for a good reason, Andre, and I say that to you because you and your radio station is one of the very few entities that has always had interest in what was happening to that playing field when we started quite a few years ago to do the expansion work and upgrading and decided to have a finished product that would have a lighted field. We were pushing to see if we can get a 400-meter track when we expand the field. We weren't able to get it. If you push, yes, but they said some of the lanes internally may have been a little shorter. So we have a proper 300-meter track, and so well leveled and prepared for athletes and for cricketers and football, full-size football field and everything. There were a lot of critics. There were a lot of people at that time who did not see the vision, who did not believe that it was the best way to utilize resources at the time, and that all we were trying to do was politicking. I mean, I know you oftentimes would call me, you would always do a little interview, you would always ask about the progress, you would always share that information on your radio station. And hence the reason I thought I can trouble you this morning to mention to you what I heard, even though the message, as I said in the beginning, wasn't very official. And there you were able to correct me, and it's even more and even bigger than I thought. I thought it was a single school. Now it is the parish school. So for that, I'm just saying that when there is vision, they said the people would flourish. When there's a lack of vision, the people would perish. So there was a vision for what we were doing, but not everybody saw it, understood it, and agreed with it.
That's kind of very interesting. You know, I never even, to be honest, I know that I was always on you in relation to what was happening, and then when it happened, I was like, okay, fine, it has happened, and then the lights came. Well, Louis Peters, came in on the scene and, did whatever else needed to be done. Continuum from yourself into her, and continuing, and the lights came, and I was flabbergasted a couple of weeks ago. I was on my way to St. Andrew. It was already the sun had already left us, so it was night, if you call it that, Bola. And when I got to Pointsville, I'm like, hey, God coming tonight? Seriously, Bola.
I was leaving.
Yeah, the whole thing. I'm like, and it took me a couple of ticks for me to realize that, bloody hell, that is the playing field. And the lights are, between me and you, Bola, I would say to you, take the wife and go on Pointsville, go on the hill, and enjoy the lights. You enjoy.
I get a really good effect from it where I am. I'm kind of perched on a little hill, and when I stay in the veranda from upstairs, I get a clear view of the field. I can see what's happening in the field. So when that light comes on, I tell you, the effect. Even down the garden, man. Look, I standing in the veranda and I'm watching on a thing. I say, if Andre even step into my land tonight.
But that's good. That's good. It's good. I'm loving this because one, you have an activity this weekend, which is the Saraka, and based on my understanding, the Saraka, of course, which is linked to agriculture because it's a feast to give thanks.
Yes.
And based on what I'm understanding, a lot of things are going to take place in the pasture.
Oh yes, every year. Now it's bigger, it's better, it has lights and everything.
Right.
But Saraka, as you correctly said, started over 200 years ago in this village. And it was the farmers' way, after the slavery period, and you had the little peasants, the farmers and them, for saying thank you to the Lord. Because remember, around this time is when you are almost coming to the end of your harvest of green peas. Yes? In early days, these people would have harvested their corn and used to save it, store it, dry it, grind it, make the corn meal. So they can do cuckoo and corn porridge and what have you. It is also the time when people are almost in the middle phase of harvesting yams, and so some people start from like December, early January, harvesting yams, sweet potatoes, and all of those things. If you're serious about Saraka, you must have on your dish green pea soup, rice and peas, sweet potato with other provision, yams, bananas, whatever. You cook that separate. You must have cuckoo. It's a mainstay in a Saraka thing. Albeit these days we don't use a lot of the local stuff. So for example, we don't wear cornmeal again. What we buy now is corn flour, which is an imported stuff, like the flour. But with green peas, we have a bit of dry peas too. We'll buy some because we don't plant as much peas as we used to before. And this year in particular, I don't think the peas, in terms of harvesting, give us the kind of production that we normally get. So you would cook the rice with dry peas and you would keep your little 20 or 30 pounds of green peas that you're able to put together into pea soup. Yeah? Pork, yard fowl. Few people are around growing yard fowl anymore. So what you go for now is what they call hard fowl. You know what is the hard fowl?
That's the
hard fowl.
Yeah, I remember I was saying all kind of things that people call me already, but they didn't call me yad. They don't call me yadful yet. They call me stooge and all kind of things. They call me yadful yet. You know what I'm saying? So I kind of waited for that one.
I was asking you if you know the difference between yadful and hardful.
Oh yeah, hard fowl is the one that can't lay again. They reject that from the
right. They reject that from the
they reject
and
that
they kind of pass off as a substitute for the yard fowl.
But the good thing about it, I have 3 yard full waiting for me in a fridge in Riverside. I know some people wouldn't like to hear that, but I have 3 waiting on me there.
Well, you're a fortunate man.
Yeah. It's like that. You see, when you live good, you do good. And remember, I'm not intelligent.
No, man, you're a very intelligent man.
Oh, you're the first person who said I'm intelligent, Bola. Everybody says I'm stupid, I'm a stooge, I don't have sense, I'm an idiot, everything, not intelligent. You're the first man. You probably don't have sense too.
But we do sensible things.
But that's it. But Bola, let me run. I want to run back to what you just said there before you run off, because I know you got to run off. What is this thing? I mean, a major activity as another parish having their parish athletics meet in another parish, and for that matter, not in, like St. Andrew has 2 main parks, Progress Park and Victoria Park.
Yes.
But St. Patrick is coming to La Poterie. What does that mean for the village?
Well, I don't know how the entire village feels about it, because I have not shared it with anyone or questioned anyone. I just got the news, I verified it, said yes, it is true. They're coming, and I started internalizing it and said, look, La Poterie is getting a chance to showcase what they have, right? I mean, our athletes will not. Well, of course, yes. There may be 1 or 2 athletes from the village or have roots in the village that may be going to one of the schools that is coming there for the parish. But what it says is that we can all do great things. But it says something for more than just La Poterie. It says, look, Grenada as a whole, we are a small place and we are one. And we must share our resources. When one is down, you can help the other. Because I understand that the poor playing field most likely is out of commission based on the condition of the field, and so and it cannot be used, or was advised not to be used for an activity like that. But it also says that when a government is in office that has a vision, and a vision for the development of the people, and we always said as a government that sports is important. It's healthy one, but it is also important for the young people so that they can express themselves. Some of them do have talent, really good raw talent, that scouts can observe them and can help build on it from that stage to a higher level, to a better level, and we can see more Iranis and make a livelihood out of it. So that's one. But 2, that as a people, when a development that could be of value is being done, we don't have to like the government. You don't have to like the MP. You don't have to like the minister. But if what they're doing is good, you must like it. Because long after that MP, that minister, that government is gone, that product that they have remains for the benefit of not just this generation, but generations to come. And this is a perfect example. And I hope that people would see it in that light, and not just about the man who was behind the project. There's so many things were said. I recall one time somebody met me, a villager, and they asked me, they said, tell me, Mr. Bola, truthfully, how are you going to deal with all the criticism that you're getting, all the comments that you come and you're spoiling the place and you don't know what you're about and this, that, and the other? I said, sweetheart, I don't have to respond to them. Just pray that we can have a completion, and that will be the answer. All those who are quarreling and don't understand and can't see the vision, when it is completed and they get the finished product, they will all be singing a different song. And that's what happens now.
Mr. Bola, this is agricultural Thursdays.
So we tiffin into them
farmers. Of course.
I'm a farmer myself. I can shoot my fellow brethren and them with disdain, you know. And you say,
but it's good to know. I'll probably bring you on to have a discussion on that, on the whole development and what you saw, how you saw it. and looking into the continuum, and probably we can also maybe Monday we can have a chat on that if you're able to. And
Monday would be a difficult day.
Difficult day. Okay, maybe. Yeah, but I'll call you so that we can and I can have that chat with yourself and not minister but MP Louis Peters.
Absolutely.
Yeah, and so we can show where it came from, your idea, and where you were able to bring it, and then the transition where she took it from, and where it is right now.
Well, she became the parliamentary rep, but the truth be known, she never took it up. She called me one day because, she didn't know. It wasn't out. I made an appointment with her to bring her on the project. She'd seen it before she knew about it. But I wanted to bring her firsthand because she had now assumed the position of parliamentary rep. And I said to her, Minister, I want to explain to you what the vision here is, what we're hoping to see at the end, and so. And I went on and said, and then part of the way she stopped, she said, Mr. Bola, I hear you, I know what you're saying, and I understand why you're doing what you're doing. But let me tell you something. You have always had the vision for that. You know it in your head as though you have it in the palm of your hand. Let me tell you, continue to run this project. You take charge. Just give me updates as to what is happening. So if I'm asked a question as a representative, I can answer. So in the true sense, she backed it 110%, but she never actually cooked it over. And she said, you continue, just give me reports, so I would be on the same page like you. So if they push a mic in front of my mouth, I could answer. But we're going to more details if and when we get an opportunity to have that sit down.
Most definitely. Anyway, take care, sir, Bob.
You be good.
And guess what? Your partner is here. Say good morning to him.
Hey, bro, what's going on?
My name is Mr. Bola. How are you? I was just thinking, listening to you coming down, and I was saying to myself, Bola living in La Poetry, and the light is turned on in La Poetry, and of course, we're going to light up his place. But how about me who lives in Batway? And when the light in La Poetry turns on, I can go outside and work. Yes, I work under the silhouette of that light from La Poetry during the night time. So I can go in the hydroponics and go work outside without having to turn on light. Especially the one with the solid tone on and the one in La Poetry tone on. It actually lit up the place, man. Secondly, I was thinking about you. Because today's Agriculture Tuesday, and I was thinking about you while I was driving and I was saying to myself, Bola is talking about sort of a infrastructural development, which really transformed the bottom of poetry to a certain extent. I was not thinking about that. I was thinking about Bola as Minister of Agriculture after Hurricane Ivan. And I was thinking that if it's one thing that you actually left your mark on is the transformation of the coconut sector. That was completely destroyed, and I watched you more or less single-handedly sort of revive it back. And today, coconut sale is a big thing in Canada. And people are struggling to get dry one to cook now because everybody is utilizing it as butternut, So and we can get it more or less warm, and we can get that through the culture as you're driving, and that is very good.
Yeah, but as you just mentioned that, I think we wrapped the ministry to a certain extent. I was able to negotiate for 10,000 plants, I think was it 10 or 20. Through FAO, went to one of the meetings in Suriname and able to negotiate that. And we got those plants, we got half from Mexico. And they had two varieties. They had the watermelon type, the dwarf type, and they had some for the real coconut, the hard coconut. We got 5,000 plants came in, 2,005 of one kind and 2,005. They were brought to Maribo to acclimatize because it's tissue culture plants, disease resistant. Half of that died before they were able to distribute it. and they never made the arrangement to get the other half. So about 5,000 plants we never got. So we could have even been further on if we took on the thing much more serious, because some people did not realize that the coconut industry is a very, very important and could be a profitable industry.
It is a profitable industry. Most people would be trading it like that. You see, not just that, we're thinking about development and transformation of the rural sector. A lot of the cocoa is being sold in St. George's.
Yeah.
But they come from the country area. And that's what you really want to see. Those are the things that create economic activities. And those are the things that people should be investing a lot of money in. With regard to those planting materials, sometimes I really don't understand how we do things. We are talking about 5,000 Minnesota and probably another 2,500 would have lost. That's like 7,000 out of 10,000. And you think about the acres that could have planted up, and you really wonder, a place like Gullo, that shouldn't be happening, But again,
Don't worry, Andre don't want us to talk that, but just between me and you when we close.
Once it's agriculture, hold on, listen. Once it's agriculture, you can talk it. Today's
I'm leaving or I'm getting off your station.
Okay.
I'm talking agriculture, but I'm saying to BJ, don't worry, we will get an opportunity again. Because I heard somebody say, when I say NNP, I don't want to hear yay, I want to hear we will win, more coconut coming. Have a good morning, Mr. Andre.
Guy, don't come back. All right, thanks for calling, man. Appreciate that. Yeah, and that was a surprise call there by Roland Bowler this morning.
That was good.
Yeah, but it's I like to speak to Bowler. Why? Because Bowler is, well, to me, he's always a good friend. We always get along pretty good. I mean, we have disagreements about a lot of things we don't agree on, and that's all right. But I believe that he's a nice guy, and when he was Minister for Agriculture, the only thing he promised me that we were going to do this thing and never got done. Well, not we, but he was going to try his best to get it done. What you call it? The nutmeg ordinance that is 100 years old. That was one of his dreams, but he didn't get the whole thing changed, and which has to change anyway. It should change, but hey, that doesn't mean one of these days I'll have a conversation with him on that again. BJ, good morning. How you doing?
Morning, Andre. Morning to the listening public again. Andre, with regard to Bola, Bola is a unique character, one that you will have to understand. And then you wouldn't have any issues with him. There are people like that all the time.
Yeah.
They pop up. So.
Yeah, they pop up ever so often.
Why I think Bola is, think about it. Bola is General Sec of the NNP party for umpteen years. And why don't you think, you never hear Bola and anybody in any argument? He's a unique character. And don't think he's pleased about everything. He is a unique character, one that you have to understand. And you get along with him fine. Anyway, agriculture.
I'm supposed to have another guy popping in this morning.
That would be nice because you can leave all year.
It's a strange guy. You would not leave when the guy pops in if he pops in.
Okay, because today is actually harvesting day.
What do you harvesting?
Banana planting today and pawpaw.
Pawpaw?
Yeah, we have a lot now. Can get a few if you want.
But that's why I'm like pawpaw?
Yeah.
Like in pawpaw?
Yeah.
Yo, man. Where do I meet you?
You can get some ripe one. I can hold it back for you because we harvest in here a lot. Yeah.
BJ,
and you can get some half ripe ones so you can put them to ripe.
Yeah, man. Seriously.
I'll hold some for you.
Yeah, good. The other thing though, Bola was talking about it and Dalton Salva was nodding his head. What's wrong with the salsa? They're claiming that it's not bearing as it used to after burial.
Andre, those plants go through whole heap of trauma. And in a lot of cases, you see in the plant on top, you see in the top. And the top look alright. but sometimes the root system that anchors the plant is affected. Sometimes the root here, which the plant actually, take up nutrients from, sometimes those can bust. If you notice, some are the source of tree that fall, some recover, and some don't. Because sometimes the damage is too great below. Why go and take up a whole heap of source up and pick up a whole heap of load, and your anchorage don't right? The plants have to settle themselves, Andre. Plants are like human beings, The only thing we probably do differently is that we talk, but they show signs as to what it is happening with them. We need nutrients, they need nutrients. Some women, when they are having too many babies, like at a high frequency rate, the doctor would say, slow down, you need to give your body a little time to do exercise. Well, just stop, because this can cost you your life. Plants aren't different. Why take on, a load of fruits and then you have to abort them? Why get pregnant and you have to abort, I
see. I feel you, BJ.
Yeah.
I feel you on that. So what's happening? You're going to be harvesting, you said, soursop and, not soursop, pawpaw, plantains, bananas today, correct?
Yes.
Okay, pawpaw, plantains, bananas.
Bananas.
So in a box, you're going to put for me some pawpaw, some plantain, and some bananas that I can put to right, correct?
Yeah, Andrea, I wouldn't even put it in a box. The box is too small. I'm going to give you a crate.
A crate?
Mm-hmm.
I have to return the crate, right?
You will have to return the crate.
Okay. Just making sure. Okay. That's nice. That'd be my, right. So, right. I bought some oranges yesterday from, how you call them? The Huskers? Somebody in where? Victoria? Yeah, in Victoria. I bought some oranges. I haven't even tasted them yet because I had to put them to soak. Yeah, because the blight was still on the oranges. And I appreciated the oranges, seriously. I really appreciated having the oranges. But I want to say to that vendor and to other vendors, there's a thing called presentation. So spend some time and clean the oranges. Is that correct, BJ? Or just sell it to the blight?
No, you can just get a little Clorox, dilute the water and wipe the mold off of the fruit.
Because you see, my thing is, and I said to myself while cleaning the oranges, I says, you know what? This is how one fungus travels from one village to another village. Because instead of washing it and keeping it there, you send the entire fruit to a next village, and that person not caring, peel the orange, toss the skin in their property, thinking, okay, fine, it's gonna act as mulch. But in truth and in fact, it can release a fungus. Is that correct?
Yeah. Transmitter pests.
That's interesting. So we have to we have to do better.
Yes.
Yeah, it was not. After I finish, if you see the oranges now, BJ, what I paid for it, you're paying more because they're looking nice and smooth and things like that. So my thing to the vendors, yes, the farmer may sell it to you that way, but you don't have to sell it that way to the consumer. You need to at least do some presentation on that thing. By golly, I'm paying $5 for the bag. At least what? At about $1 orange, get 5 in the bag. And why are people selling? Either one of you, why are people selling what you call it? Help me. It's a citrus too. Lemons. At $1 for one? Seriously, BJ, what's going on? And don't give me this thing about economies of scale. Don't even try that shit. Not this morning.
Andrew, we turn it the next way for you.
Yeah, turn it. You better turn it another way.
The value of a dollar is different from what it used to be 6 months ago. Based on the consumer price index, the increase in the price for commodity, a dollar does not carry the same value as time goes along. That's what is happening.
$1
don't have the same value.
Yeah, but $1 for
the things that you could have buy with $1, 6 months ago you can't buy it again. You probably need 150.
10 gospel in a bag, they sell it for you for $5. 5 orange in a bag, they sell it for you at $5. And if the oranges are big, they sell 4 for you for the $5.
You know, Andre, I was thinking that, yes, probably the price for certain things are, a bit exorbitant. But we need to control that, Or else people going to have issues with regard to surviving.
People going to have what?
Issues.
They have issues already, BJ. People are not going to have issues. Your good friend is on the line. Let's see if we can accommodate him. Good morning. Turn the volume of that thing and turn the volume of your TV down.
John, turn your volume down for me, please. John.
Say that again, please. What?
No, I think good morning. Good morning.
Yes?
BJ, good morning, BJ.
Morning.
Have you any pineapple?
If we have any pineapple.
Yeah, do you have pineapples?
Planted.
Planted, not fruits yet.
Okay.
If you go on my Instagram account, you will find some photos there. You can look at it.
BJ, you know who you're talking to?
No. It doesn't matter.
Yeah, but no, BJ, as a man to go on Instagram.
I don't know. Somebody can go there.
That's Joe talking to you. Your partner, Joe.
Okay.
Send him on Instagram again. Send him on Instagram.
Yeah.
Send him on Instagram.
We planted the pineapple plants, but the government said they were going to bring in a bit soon, I don't know if how what the progress with regard to that.
He wants the fruit. He doesn't want the.
He doesn't want the plant.
No, it's the
or
fruit.
just the fruit he wants. It's not bearing yet.
Yeah.
Mm.
You have watermelon?
No, not at this point in time. I stopped the watermelon, those kind of crops because of prettier larceny. People are stealing a bit too much. They are taking more than what they're leaving back. Before they used to take and they leave back, quite a bit. But now they take it almost all and hardly leave back anything. So I stopped.
Anyhow, make a food basket for me because next week Sunday will come that side.
You're coming up that side? All right, no problem. We will catch your boss.
Excuse me, you calling to beg?
I will organize something for you. Don't you worry.
What?
I'm not keeping in a begging.
I have farmer friends who have those things and them. I can organize something for you. Just let me know when you're coming up.
Make a nice little basket for me.
Joe, later. Joe, have a nice day.
Can't you hear the one you beg? How you stop, Joe? You're begging for yourself by the one to body.
I don't begging for anything. I just say bring that. I not beg.
So when you ask, you begging.
What?
And your BJ's Sunday.
Good morning.
All right, then take care, Joe. One love.
Take care. Have a good day.
Okay, great. Bye bye.
Andre, you was talking a while ago about the oranges, and I'm saying to myself, here you actually talk about this on air, and probably worldwide people are hearing this, and we need to improve our marketing strategy because the world is not what it used to be 5-10 years ago. Even 20 years ago, the world is changing and information reaches everybody now for now.
Yeah.
And because of that, we need to ensure that we clean up our tracks. So nationally, we need to ensure that people have better customer service. This is a national problem, Andre. Not know I've been talking about that. And we need to do it from top right down to bottom. Because sometimes you're passing and just the way people offer you something to buy just turn you off.
Yeah.
Just the way they present it for you, it just turn you off. And here we are, we're not selling to just ourselves locally, you know, the world is a global village. And sometimes the tourists would stop by and, you know, want to savor and taste things that we have locally. And we need to ensure that, you know, we present it properly and we don't get them sick too. Because sometimes the way we, you know, present things, you're just getting people sick by the whole presentation. Even in the shops too, you know, our local shops. You go inside of there, you buy 3-4 items and one little plastic bag that costs 10 cents. And the price is already, the 10 cents already built into the profit, you know. And they wouldn't put the stuff in a bag for you, you know. They give you in your hand to walk out the door, like mad people. And they think they're doing well, you know.
There's also another thing, BJ. Even with the people who sell food. I mean, yeah, it's agriculture, so we can talk food. Dalton, you can help me here because we're coming to you with food. People who deal with food, BJ, how on earth that you could be selling food to me and at the same time you selling, you eating? Do you understand what I'm saying? You want to sell to me, but you're selling and you're eating at the same time.
And not a gloves, not a hairnet, no nothing.
Nothing, come on.
Just to make yourself look like hang on and know what I'm about.
Yeah.
You don't understand what I'm saying?
And some of them putting on the glove.
Well, sometimes you're sweating, you're the on the back, they're frying, and you're running, come and you're dipping, you know. And
they put in the glove to handle the money, and they handle the money and come back and handle your food with the same glove. This is crazy.
Andre, you're the man I used to buy food from all the time. And, you know, I stop, you know, and I go to him and place him have his soup and everything there. But me look through the glass thing and me see one flying in callaloo soup.
Oh.
But that's what I go to buy, you know, callaloo soup. So me say, boss, you have one flying in that soup there, you know. The man take the spoon, him take out the fly, and him throw it, and he about to serve me that same callaloo soup. And I say, really, now what wrong with you, man? You need to throw the whole pot of soup, you know. From that time, man. I'm afraid to eat there, you know.
Yeah.
And I'm probably eat whole heap of fly already, you know.
You probably eat enough fly already.
Because we buy food from enough time.
Yeah. But it's crazy. And people have to do so. And it's interesting that you said this. People have to do so and look out for their customers. Because that's the person who's supposed to be coming back and buying for you again tomorrow. And even as we go on this, I say good morning to the to Abby, to Christine and Shoma. And these are 3 vendors down on the bus terminals. And they've been shut down. They have been shut down by the Ministry of Health. Now, the crazy thing about it is that they don't own the booths that they are selling from. They don't own the booths that they are selling from. These booths are owned by GIDC, which is a government thingy. Ministry of Health moves in and say, hey, no, can't operate in that. So they now have to wait. I think they're going to start today from what I've been hearing. I need to go down and sit down and talk to the girls to find, but they'll be afraid to talk to me. So they probably mightn't tell me anything. But I need to go down and sit down and talk to them and find out when is the work going to start. And they can't do the work themselves. The GIDC has to come in and do the work. They have to get a contractor to do the work. And you know what hurts me most of all in this? That they're going to get a contractor who's going to come in and do the work. The work is going to be done. And then they're going to lift the price of rent. Immediately. They're going to lift the price of rent. And that hurts. You're not going to give. And not you're not going to give. I beg of you, GIDC. Give the people at least 6 months to get themselves together because they're off for as long as the repair will take. They're off. They're not doing any business. They can't do anything. So when you come back, you need to give them a 6 months a year to catch themselves, to get themselves back together and say, okay, fine, look. Or say to them, look, within the next year, we are going to be looking at lifting the rent because we have to. Something has to give. You can't just do something, come and blam, lift the rent on them. I dare you to do it. Go ahead, do it, and you see if I make you a carnival tune.
Andre, it's just beyond the people down at GIDC area, you know, in Lotong there. It's beyond that. This is a national issue. People don't establish relationship with the clientele. They treat you as you know, something that, you know, you're inferior. You're buying from me, so I can treat you the way I want to treat you. Well, without them, you're unable to sell anything. And I'm saying that this is a thing that I find.
Morning, Dr. Antoine. We see you. We're coming to you.
This is something I find we need to pay attention to. Andre, how about having meeting with those people, the people in authority, and coming up with the best package that suits everyone, that can benefit the country, that can benefit the vendors, that can benefit everybody? How hard is it to do that? You know, I keep telling you, I'm giving you that story, and I'm just wondering why people would do things of that nature. Andre, I used to sell bananas for marketing board, and you know, we had a really great relationship. They would call me and say, we need this, and have to, you know, go get it to them for them and those kind of thing. And you know, they would treat me, you know, relatively good. And one day, some silly person would have bring up the price or start including price for transporting farmers' produce, 10 cents on every pound. And they come and pick up some stuff from me, and they would have charged me $1,000 for transportation from St. Patrick to St. George's. How this can cost $1,000? What, I'm not traveling to go in the US or so? It's cheaper to fly to go in the US or something than what they're charging me for transporting some produce. And I'm saying that with the relationship, I went to the office and speak to the manager. I spoke to him and I said, you know, Brethren, let's sort this thing out now. I don't mind paying $300-400 for transportation, but you know, $1,000. And him stick to him foolish belief. And here we are, $600 less to put in the economy, $600 less to invest, $600 less to pay your workers, and I'm convinced that you're doing something, you know, great. And that person have a master's degree, and that person heading one of the main institutions in Grenada. Where they dig up these people and them, God alone that know, you know.
Who tell you God know that? We're going to take a break. When we come back from the break, we're going to be adding Dr. Antoine to our conversation this morning. And of course, Dalton is here. We're going to talk a bit about Saraka, which is tomorrow. Right? Yeah, tomorrow. Tomorrow is Saraka inside. BJ, you going to Saraka?
Always. Saraka can't go on without me.
What do you mean you can't go on?
Oh, yes, man.
Crazy.
I have to bless the thing.
What is your most enjoyable moment in Saraka, Dalton?
The drumming.
Drumming?
Yeah. Nation dance.
Is the Tivoli drumming still functioning?
Yeah.
They play still?
I think so.
They don't play for people like me no more.
I don't know.
When they used to play for people like me, they used to have a thing every year. Yeah. Now they play in hotels, I guess.
I think.
Yeah,
they travel a lot, maybe.
Yeah, they travel a lot. Livingston in a time for poor people, you know.
Here we go.
Livingston
do have some things by his home sometime, you know, with a big drum and people go in and dance and there's have fun and activities.
Yeah,
you know,
they don't have that no more. You don't invite
No, I see that recently going on again.
And he has a piece, a drum piece that was named after Anthony Griddich and Andre Donald. It's called Jaringo.
Yeah.
Yeah. You was asking one day to play that piece.
I must say,
Jaringo.
I must say that I must give Livingston his praises, because I watched Livingston came out from Canada, from studies and stuff, and came back and start off his drum group. And that's a lot of years now. Yeah. And it still exists, and it's still doing well. And a lot of people who beat drum, you know, very good come out of him. And I must give him his props for that.
Okay. Well, I give him props because I know him, my brother. We're in school together. Well, I'll tell you one thing. We don't beat drums, PJ.
We play drums.
We play drums.
In an industry where customers expect quality, M&N Hardware Limited is a leader in locally manufactured aluminum windows, doors, roofing, and guttering. Our manufacturing division is efficient, flexible, and will always go the extra mile to surpass customer expectations. If you need security, sash, casement, or projected windows, we're able to do it. Our security and heavy-duty doors are state-of-the-art and can be customized specifically for you. Using innovative coating technologies and protective film, our roofing and guttering is weather-resistant, providing outstanding color retention for many years. Available in 24 and 26 gauge and a variety of color options. We are the leading company, a family that is proving to customers they can have their dream products. M&N Hardware Limited. Foundation to roof, let's build together.
Hey Grenada, are you ready to take charge of your future? The Grenville Cooperative Credit Union is here to help you make it happen. Whether you're starting a savings journey, planning for education, or chasing your big dreams, we've got the tools and support you need. With savings, loans, mortgages, and expert financial advice, your goals are within reach. And for the youth of our nation, we believe in you. Let us help you build the foundation for a brighter tomorrow. Visit us at Jubilee Street, Grenville, Lucas Street, St. George, or our brand new modern spaces at Seton Brong Street, Grenville.
I see you put up your rainwater harvesting system. Now you can't just leave it so. You have to take care of it to make sure you always have a reliable water supply, especially during them shortages. To maintain your rainwater harvesting system, clean the catchment area, the gutters and the downspouts twice a year. Inspect and clean the first flush and filtration systems. Clean the storage tank annually to prevent algae and sediment buildup. Repair any leaks and inspect the pump regularly. Ensure there is no water discoloration, algae, or mosquito larva. We in one them thing. Keep a log of all cleaning and repairs. And remember to teach family members maintenance practices. For more tips, follow at GCruise473 on Facebook, Instagram, X, and YouTube. That's GCREWS 473.
Inside. Immerse yourself in colors that come alive.
Color by Sissons.
Let your imagination run wild. Surround yourself in a world of color.
Color by Sissons.
Endless inspiration. Bold expression. Bold expression.
Color by Sissons. Sissons. Express your style with Color by Sissons.
It is said, the proof of the pudding is in the eating. Therefore, the authenticity of the beverage can only be acquired in the taste. A taste which is original to Antoine de Beauregard Industries and comes from a combination of spices and local rum, which can hold its own all over the world. Woodman, a strength which speaks for itself, a taste which stands out from the rest, bottled with care, which speaks to perfection. Try Woodman today and be stunned by a flavor as never before. Let your palate savor that which is produced locally. Do not be deterred by substandard products. Our taste speaks volumes and sets us apart from the competition. You will be satisfied with every sip of our product. Say rum, say Woodman, feel satisfaction. Now that's quality.
Supplies in Grenada. We supply fertilizers, herbicides, seedlings and nursery supplies, diesel water pumps, walk behind tillers, organic and environmentally friendly agricultural inputs. We're serving you from 2 locations at Birch Grove and booth 34 at the Vendors Market in Grenville. Cost-effective agricultural solutions for all your needs. Visit Gittins Home and Garden Center for the best in everything agriculture. Call us on 409-2175 or 438-4337. Gittins Home and Garden Center, from your farm to your backyard.
91.9, 91.5, www.drealfmgrenada.com. Broadcasting from studios located Main Street Satyrs inside a beautiful historical St. Patrick. My name, Andre Donald. Today is Thursday, Agricultural Thursday. I've got loads of guests this morning. Yeah, this morning is a bountiful Thursday morning. So I've got BJ that you're seeing right now. You're seeing BJ and Dalton. I have another guest. He will remain anonymous in a while, but with all of this, I must bring in this other guest here. Hey, Glasses Man, what happening there? You're good, or what happening, Glasses Man? You all right?
Morning. Yes, I'm fine. Morning.
Hold on, let me get their microphones going. Their microphones are on now, Doc.
Yeah, morning, Doc. Where are you going?
Morning. Thanks. Thanks, Andy, for the opportunity. One more time, the guys panel. I'm discussing with our agriculture. Please appreciate.
Well, it's nice to have you. And as I said, this morning is a bountiful morning. BJ has to go in a couple of minutes. Dalton has to go in a couple of minutes. I hope when you have to go in a couple of minutes, they stay, because I know you're gonna stay.
That's the plan.
All right. Yeah.
Andre, Doc need not just 1 hour. Doc needs several hours. In fact, Doc needs days and weeks and months and years too. The wealth of information that Doc has, to impart it will take a long time. And how I should put it, we should try to get as much as we can get off of him, because you never know with life.
You never know. So, Doc, how you been doing?
So far, so good, Andre. Just trying to keep abreast of the times, which is very interesting. In fact, I was hoping to pick up some fertilizer today. Sorry, this Monday or Tuesday. Only to find out that fertilizer is provided to our farmers once a week between the hours of 9 and 1, after which you do without fertilizer for the rest of the week, And here's the state of agriculture in Grenada.
Hold on. Fertilizer is produced once a week. Well, not produced, made available once a sold.
Right. Well, yes, we have to buy it. We have to buy it.
So hold on. Stop it right there, Doc. Yeah. It is sold once a week. I thought they were giving it to you. Honestly, I thought they were giving it. So
No. Fertilizer is paid for, bought by the farmers. It may be subsidized, which is highly possible, but at least farmers have to cough out some money to get the fertilizer. The issue with this is that the fertilizer is not available when the farmers want it. So you have to wait till they have it available and they schedule the sale to you, which is kind of ridiculous. I would have thought farming goes on every day in Grenada.
But that's what I thought too.
But it seems to me it only occurs on Mondays, BJ.
Mondays, and between 9 and 1 o'clock is when you that doesn't. Oh, BJ, help me here, please. Let BJ help us here. BJ, help us here.
Andre, this is a deficiency that need to be corrected. Simple like that. A place like Grenada, where agriculture, you seriously want to push it, and where farmers need the input, and we don't. It's not like we short staff. We have a lot of people in the ministry who can, handle those things. And in a lot of cases, fertilizers that we are selling to farmers are fertilizer that we got as grant. And it's been sold at a reduced and subsidized price, and farmers would utilize it accordingly. And I was only thinking recently, a point I wanted to make on a few weeks ago, but I decided to withheld it. Andre, you're going to see there is an increase in fruits and vegetable come a month or two down the road. There would be an increase because every time we do get fertilizer as grant, and when the government is selling it at a reduced price, there is always an increase in vegetable production in Grenada. This is something I've proven, time and time again. So,
And by vegetables, you mean in what?
Things like tomatoes, things like cabbage, things like lettuce. Already the market is flooded with lettuce. I just discard watermelon to a certain extent, cantaloupe. You're going to start seeing those things quite abundantly in the dry spell because we have fertilizer. So that tells me that if we have cheap fertilizer, if we make fertilizers available to farmers, you're going to get an increase in production.
Economies of scale will disappear.
And you're able to sell cheaper.
Yeah.
The inputs, Andrew, I keep telling you that for months and months and years, that hang on, if you reduce the price for inputs, you will get an increase in production and also an increase in the selling price of the produce that you are selling.
All right. BJ, I know you got to go.
But
hold on, BJ. You did say to me that you are going to be making a contribution to the poultry circle. Tell us about that.
Well, Andre, annually, what we would do, we would provide provisions for the people in La Poultry who are making salakar. So we will more or less harvest bananas and plantains, whatever we have, and we would pass around the Thursday before the salakar, and then we would more or less give the households that are cooking the food. We will make sure that everybody have sufficient bananas so they can cook for the people who come in and visit the area. So we think that this is one where we contributing to.
Do you have enough bananas to do that?
Yeah, man, Andrew.
Dalton, how many pots? Not pots. How many places we have cooking taking place?
Off my head, we have maybe about over 20 families.
Yeah, that's 40 bunches of bananas.
Yeah. So 2 bunches per
person. Some people get 3, depends on
how big the thing is. Like Digo might get 4.
Just a small bit. We just fill up the pickup and we go and do that for the people, Andre, to make sure that everybody is okay. Andre, the people in La Poultry is like my family to a certain extent. Just like a River Sally, I can go in and do anything. So I can do it in La Poultry too.
Okay.
And how I should put it, one of our workers lives in La Poultry. We had many workers living in that area. And I visit La Poultry
regularly.
Not regularly, 5-10 times for the day. Actually living in that area.
Okay.
So our La Poultry feel like home.
And you'll be doing the same thing come River Sally Sacre.
It does that all the time, Andre. To make sure that.
How come you ain't giving them planting too?
We do give planting. Maybe we can give less, but we do give planting because people, for one reason or another, don't really like. They may cook banana like that.
Yeah, but not
plantain. No,
Yeah.
it's kind of they prepare it differently. So people more like half fry plantain and fry it. And
I want to give you an idea. I'll give you an idea. Here's an idea for me to you, BJ. Sarka is next year around the same time, correct? All right, so here's an idea. Dalton is going to work with you. You are going to provide the land and the inputs. Dalton will come with some guys. You will provide some guys. And you guys are going to grow a nice patch of sweet potato to be harvested in time for Saraka next year. Tell me you like that, BJ. Tell me a song intelligent.
Your song productive but not intelligent.
You still ain't calling me? You still ain't calling me?
I have a good morning.
Have a good morning, BJ.
Bye-bye, everybody.
All right, one love, yeah? Okay, great. It's 91.9, 91.5, www.djradio.com. realfmgrenada.com. And I did say to you folks that I have another guest in the studio. He is none other. Dr. Antoine, do you know that other guest you just saw there? Or you just seen? Do you know it?
Maybe the hat might help.
Yeah, the hat. Take off the hat. Yeah, take off the hat. Is it helping you?
No, I'm not quite familiar.
Not quite familiar. He's a farmer. He's a farmer. He does a number of things, yeah? He's a good husband. He's a good mechanic. He's an excellent farmer. And he's a kind of friend, you know. Friendship is not something that I could say here. He's a kind of friend, you know. So and he's known as TC. Well, his government is Teddy Christopher, hence the reason TC. But as you know, TC in the comic world is Top Cat. That's how he's known. So he's an artist too. He sings. I don't know for who. I know I ain't paying no money to hear him sing, but he sings. So right. Dr. Antoine, meet Top Cat. Top Cat is a farmer. Good morning, TC. What's up?
Morning.
Everything good?
Yes, I'm good. I'm good.
Yeah.
I didn't get to see that.
No, the interesting thing, TC is always listening to us. And I remember when I was not even having an agricultural program, but agriculture was discussed for a bit a couple of weeks ago. And a young man, and Doc, we spoke to that last week. A young man was growing mushrooms.
Yes.
And TC sent me a picture of a mushroom that he saw in his land. He was picking up his nutmegs and so up in the mountain. But the young man who has a fair knowledge, that's Mr. Young Diali, who has a fair knowledge, he says that one, not necessarily for consumption like that. And that one is more on the medicinal side of things. So, of course, I asked TC to come in, man. Let's talk agriculture a bit because he is always listening. That's one, Doc. And two, TC is always picking up nutmegs or picking cocoa or doing something in the land. I don't know when he just get time to do the body work thing that he has. I don't know. Plus, he has a beautiful wife. Boy, this is a man who could do so and find time. If anybody could find time, is TC. I don't know how he does everything like that. But TC, good morning. Welcome to the studio.
Yes, morning to Real FM family. Yeah, it's a pleasure being here again. You know, it's been quite a while.
Tell us about TC a little bit. TC, the agricultural guy.
Well, as Andre said, there's a lot of different sides to me. So this is the agriculture side right now. And well, yeah, my family, we grew up basically in agriculture. You know, my grandfather, when he went away quite a long time, and I think he came back here in 1920 or something like that, and bought a lot of lands in the mountain and wherever. But his technique was always to buy lands close to rivers. So most of the lands that we have, where I'm at in the mountain, the river passed right through the center of the land.
Mm.
Yeah. So we're very fortunate having water in basically all them areas. And the Peggy Swim Dam, it's right. Close. I stand in the land and I see it's right there.
Okay.
Yeah.
They're not in your property though?
It's boundary with it.
Oh, it's boundary. Just making sure. I wanted to get you some lawyer service.
So the pipeline, it run right through the land.
It runs through your land? Do they pay you?
I could close it off.
No, do they pay you for that, TC?
Well, they're supposed to.
No, not supposed to.
I know, yeah, but we had spoken about it already.
They need to pay.
Yeah.
They charge
basically it runs through two of the lands.
Two pieces of the land it runs? But they're supposed to pay you.
So
TC, you're supposed to have a water house. That's how dark you should have a water house by now. No, I mean, trust me. If they're gonna use your land as the conduit, while you as a person have a responsibility to the nation to ensure that, but they have to pay for rental.
Definitely.
Yeah, you pay for everything from Nawasa. You know? Every drop counts. Every drop has to be paid for. So if they're passing it through your land, then hey, pay me. Even if it's $5 for the year. Pay me $5. That's what it's worth. Pay me the $5. Seriously.
I agree with that.
Yeah, that has to. But you see, then again, Doc, would you say that he will take all the people in Grenada whose lands are used for that purpose, pipes passing through, they need to pay? Would you say that, Doc?
Yeah, in a sense, yes. Except in some cases where it's of mass utility for the whole nation. So, like for example, it might be difficult to request Nawasa to do that, in as much as the service is nationwide, and for a government institution. In the case of the facility up in Peggy's Whim there, I think that's a private enterprise. So private enterprise, I think, should pay, ought to pay. There could be some exemption based on some, mythical law or rule that government entities are not required to pay based on the concept of so-called eminent domain. I don't know what that means.
I don't know what the law says to that, but let us suppose that Top Cat wins a lotto, not the Grenada lotto. That's not enough money. But he wins a lotto, he travels to go somewhere and wins a lotto, and he decides, you know what? I need to do some fence the property in thing because I'm suffering too much from pretty larceny up in the mountain. And he decides to fence. How are you going to get to the pipes to service?
Well, that's a question that needs to be negotiated between himself and
Nawasa. Really, actually, I believe it should not be as. I think in the past that everybody took it for granted. Oh, this Nawasa, yes, they're supplying the water to people and yada yada da, because there was a time when nobody paid for water. It was all subsidized, and one could understand that. They can say to you, well, that is your contribution, and fine. But now, where every job has to be paid for, and now, but there a lot of them riding in vehicles that Top Cat could only have when he's doing body work. When they have an accident, that's the only time you can see that vehicle in up close and personal. So if that's the situation, then they need to pay. And I'm saying to the people who have Nawasa's pipes flowing through their land. It's going through your land. No, you can't stop them. But yes, they have to pay. There must be a cost for that.
That's a reasonable idea. I think maybe it should be done in principle. The other thing, though, is Nawasa by its very nature, I think, is not doing the best with the resources it has to serve the best interests of our people. Let me explain that simply. If you use people's lands to run your pipes for free, then maybe TC is privileged to have free water service, right? But I'm sure yes.
Well, something like that.
That's one part of it.
That's what, yeah.
The other part of it is that yes, you're right. Yes, many years ago, our water service was for free. Residents got free water service, minimal tax, etc. Because of the so-called economic environment that evolved over the years, they've instructed us that we have to pay for the water that we get. But guess what? All the pipe stands that used to serve the quote-unquote indigenous people are no longer there.
Most of them have been taken out.
Most of them, maybe 95, 99%. So that's one part of it. So how do you serve those indigenous people? One, two, the water, a lot of water is available in Grenada. The challenge is how do we maximize the best use of our water? So we don't have large, huge water tanks to conserve and save water for dry season. And the water just runs off into the oceans. Meanwhile, we're required to pay high rates for the water service. If that's the best source of revenue for Nawasa, I will challenge it, because guess what? Water is much more expensive abroad than in Grenada. We are able to sell what is considered natural spring water abroad. Nawasa should be able to raise enough revenue to cover its operational cost and make a profit, and still provide free water service to the residents throughout Grenada. Of course, businesses might be required to pay a minimal fee or some fee based on the rate of consumption. But I still believe that Nawasa needs to change its policy of not investing in the exploitation of its water. so as to bring in the revenue needed for its operation and not providing free water service to all residents in the country.
Yeah, but what you're saying there, I'm going to say something. I don't know if it tags along, and either one of you, Dalton, Top Cat, Doc, you can chime in here. NAWASA can decide, okay, fine, here's one. We are NAWASA, we control all water in Grenada. All water in Grenada belongs to us. How about us bottling water, not for sale in Grenada, but for export? And there are many countries who would love to have water exported directly to them, but for export. And I'm talking countries in the Caribbean that don't have rivers. Yeah. And then the funds that you will make from that, from bottling the water, you can then use that to offset all your costs and provide water free as a free commodity to Grenadians. Does that make sense? Anybody?
But that's what Doc was saying.
Oh, that's what he said?
Yes.
Okay, there you go. I'm trying to be intelligent, Doc. I'm just trying to be intelligent today. Come on.
It makes a whole lot of sense because guess what? The cost of living has been increasing year after year after year. Only a few people's salary increase year after year, sometimes within a year, within 18 months. And the average worker salary doesn't increase maybe every 5 or 10 years. I don't know. And so this water, for the most part, is freely obtained from our environment. Farmers have to maintain their fields to ensure that there are trees growing in the mountains. Without the trees, we won't get the quality of rainfall we're having. And yet still, the same farmer has to pay for water to do irrigation in his lowland area where he's growing his carrots or his cabbage or lettuce. Yeah? I mean, there should be huge tanks of water, runoff water in some case for irrigation and for another tank for potable use throughout the island such that we never have a water problem. And
Doc, here, when you're talking about huge tanks and we never have a water problem, no, it is extremely easy. And I say it this way. Let us take, and Top Cat, help me here. We're taking St. Patrick. A lot of our farming takes place in the, how do you call it? Shambo, whatever, that area. A lot of farming takes place there. Subsistence farming, it's called, I believe. Yeah. Now, the government before had this project where they're going to bring water to the people of Shambo, taking it from
what, canyon?
The river. Taking it from the river, pumping it up the hill, and then gravity flow into Shambo.
From
Highgate River. No, I don't know. I don't even know where that is at. And so I'm not even going to go into it where it is at. But I'm saying that if that can be done in other areas, pump the water from the river, and we're doing lines, pipelines, and these pipelines are going to pass as close as possible to farmers' property. They get a connection, a reliable connection, and they get a meter. Meter is going to be on that connection. Untreated water. Connection onto it, minimal cost. They use that for irrigation. That is what I believe should have been happening ages ago. Now I see that they bring in a thing where they say, if you pump from the river, you may have to pay.
This water resource management regulation bill.
What should have been done is what I just spoke to. So you'll be able to manage the water more than anything else because it's not free because you're using it. What you're going to use in your house, that's free. But what you're going to use to grow fruits and vegetables for the market, that's not free.
Because you're commercial now.
You're going to pay for that. And that is untreated water. So that NAWASA can pump that water at any time. It can be river overflows Bangam and killing people down the road, Nawasa can pump that water because it is untreated water and it's not for human consumption directly. The plants are going to consume it and then do whatever they have to do, and then you eat the plants or the product of the plants. And that is what, Doc, I'm not seeing Nawasa getting into. What's going on here? Is it that we're not thinking?
Well, that would be a major factor. That's one part of it. The other part of it, thinking is hard work, Andre. I mean, damn hard work. You have to sit down and think how you're going to solve and deal with your problems on a daily basis. Easy to just come into an office, push some papers, and collect your salary at the end of the month and not have to do anything and not be accountable to anyone for anything. And that seems to be a big issue here in Grenada, where accountability seems not to be of concern or interest to anyone. So yeah, that might be a major factor. The other aspect of that is planning, Andre. I saw a billboard sometime last week where one of the ministers was saying that planning is essential to the mission. But yet still we have not seen or not able to see a plan relating to the agricultural sector. So the issue is, in essence, we do a lot of talking. Become windbags, if you ask me. We do a lot of talking and not much planning and thinking and implementation of plans and ideas that we think will benefit our society. And so in Grenada, for example, we are basically going backwards. Let me illustrate that to you. Years ago, we used to have a medical station here in Butch Grove, Andre. Patients used to be able to walk in from their homes to the stations and back without having to fuss or worry about getting treated. A few weeks ago, a few months ago, the government took the decision to close down the medical station. Sorry. During Ivan, the original station got damaged. And so they rented another facility to provide the same service. And that's been going on for many years now. But the original station was never repaired. And the current or the last one they used where the facility was rented is now decommissioned based on health reasons or other factors. And yet no accommodation was made to ensure that our ordinary working people can get the medical attention they need in Butch Grove. So now you have medical patients having to go to Grand Bras to get simple attention, medical attention. A service that was provided to them many years ago locally, and now we no longer have that service. So are we going forward or are we going backwards? So that's my question here. We are not moving forward because we fail to plan, and ideas just fall on the wayside, and we're not accountable to anyone for anything except every 5 years we come around and votes, and that's it. So,
are you going to add to Dr. Antoine's conversation here? Because it's a big thing.
Yes, I mean, I don't know the reason why they did that, but I was just thinking while he was speaking there, and I don't know, maybe it's the availability of transport now. People can move faster. I don't know.
But that's another problem because transportation is already available,
Right. So from point A to point B, you get there very quickly. Back then, I know growing up, when I got my first permit to travel, I had to leave early in the morning. That was in the 70s, sitting on the boat bus in the back because my dad told me, sit there, the ladies can climb up there, so I would get to sit down to it right in town. And it's whole day. When you leave home till evening, you're coming back.
Yeah.
No, I could just run in town 2 hours and I back home.
But not only that, you run in town this morning 2 hours and it's shut. I forget that you gotta go back in town again and you run again.
Right. So
the speed of travel.
Right.
That's just for some areas, Andre. There are still many areas here in Grenada where it takes 3, 4, 5 hours for people to get a bus.
Well, now we end up with heavy traffic, so then that would bring us back again to square one.
No, I'm serious. I have seen people literally walk from St. James to Grenville year after year after year because why? The transportation service is inadequate. And it doesn't just only happen in Butch Grove, it happens in other communities, So that people waste hours waiting for a bus because the transportation system is poor.
I'll just make a final comment on this one, Doc, and then we're going to move to Dalton Sarka because he has to leave. But my final comment on this, in relation to the buses being inadequate, I want to rephrase that. There needs to be proper organization of the buses that we have. I believe that we have enough buses in Grenada that can ply and service all routes. However, here's what. The guy who would do some work the St. James route, when he starts to do it, and Top Cat sees that, every time that man bus pass, he full. And then that same man, goes in the rum shop in the evening, and he sit down there and he counting the money in the rum shop. Now he feel that he alone that counting the money. No. The next man counting that money realized, but hold on, from St. James to Grenville, that man making $700 and $800 after gas? No. That is too much for him. So let me go and get a bus. And let me put it on that same route. So now it's competition on the route. And one person get fed up and they gone. Another person may come in. And two persons get fed up and they gone. And when you realize there's no bus traveling that route again, simply because lack of management. And what has to happen? The time has to come. Government trying something there and they know what they get into. Anyway, we're going to talk about it another day. But the time has to come when I want a bus for St. James. I go into the market or to the bus terminal, wherever. And I know that the bus for St. James is supposed to leave at 10:30. I go there at 10:25, get on the bus. It goes to St. James and then comes back from St. James.
Andre,
yeah.
Let me just make an additional point. This poor bus service doesn't only affect people of health issues, it also affects farmers.
Mm-hmm.
Remember, there are lots of communities where farmers have to literally carry their produce from on their head to an adequate point, wait for the bus, get onto the bus, go into Grenville to sell the produce, for example, nutmegs, and then come back. A whole day wasted that could have been used alternatively for actively producing in the field. So what do you want? You want our farmers to produce, or you want them to waste the time trying to sell the produce? MNIB was part of the solution to that whole issue. Where is MNIB today? That's a point BJ raised. So the transportation issue is in essence a quintessential critical infrastructure problem that needs to be addressed if we are genuinely interested in wanting to see our economy develop. If you genuinely want to see the living and well-being of our people move forward, if you want to enhance the life of our people, it is quintessential that an adequate national transportation service be available. Be available for our people. And not just our people, business people would use the same transportation service for a wide range of reasons. So farmers, ordinary people, students would be using the service. So it's a question of whether or not we are interested in seeing our economy move forward or not. If we're interested in seeing the economy move forward, then transportation is quintessential, just as the roads are important. Just as education, a better quality education is important. So those are three major infrastructural issues that need to be addressed, kind of like last year, or sorry, many decades ago. And today here we are, raising simple issues that pass 30, 40 years behind where we should be today.
And as you said, that affects the farmers directly because lack of transportation they don't have transportation for themselves to take their produce to the market, and they might want to buy a bag of fertilizer, but they have to wait until Monday and they don't have transport to take it home. Doc Dalton is here with us and he's got Saraka tomorrow. Want to question him on that?
Oh, let him say his piece and then
say your piece in relation to Saraka and everything that you have. We know it's Saraka tomorrow, but we know that you always have something different on your plot. What's with it?
Not totally different. La Poetry Saraka is the oldest cultural event on island. Some may say one school of thought would say is Saraka evolved after slavery. That is not the case, as it resulted to La Poterie. The 12th century Malian empire that came across the Atlantic, La Poterie was the center of that culture, which is the Kalinago people. The Kaline breeze that blow across the Sahara Desert and blow those people across Africa was called Kalinago as a result of the Kaline breeze. Up to today, the Kaline breeze is named in Africa. When the French came in 1649, they mentioned that particular event that was taking place. They attacked the Kalinago people in La Poterie on that very said night when they was having that feast at the same period in time up to today, which was before Lent. So the La Poterie Saraka is held before Lent. 1649, that same event that was taking place before Lent, Dupakwe and his men went to Livera, collect the guns from Captain Livera, and head into the Capiste. So Poterie was called the Capiste. And because the Kalinago was drunk and enjoying themselves, eating and feasting. And if you look at it, the French tell us that Kalinago from the mainland of South America came to that feast. Kalinago from St. Vincent, everywhere came to that feast.
At La Poterie.
At La Poterie. Up to today now we have it where you have families. So you have like my family. Cousin Vitalis used to be the mainstay of the family where we have Saraka. So everybody related to Cousin Vitalis would come and cook by Cousin Vitalis. Everybody related to the Hola family would go to the Holas and cook. So it becomes a family unit, basically.
It's like a family affair.
It's like a family affair. And you have the whole community because it's a communal community. So La Poterie, the Kalinago culture is communal. So you have that communal thing where you share love. Saraka is about love. It's a high point of the religious aspect. So Christianity never accept the religious aspect of Saraka. So you look at it, you may say it's demonic, it's obia. They have that negative connotation, but it's a communal. Communalism, the center of communalism is love. That is how we share. We show how we share all our produce in the farm, from the farm. Imagine you're mining a pig for the whole year and you give it away so that everybody will feast on it.
So that is what. So BJ is in keeping with that because he's going around and deliver bananas to every single family. So he's in keeping with that tradition. So he doesn't even know what he's doing.
You understand? And today we follow the culture, not even knowing the origination of the culture. And it's all African. Yes, it's African. The drum beating and everything. It's everything.
We don't
African.
beat drums. We play drums.
We play drums.
Right.
And that tradition continued before. Remember, Poterie was the only independent community during slavery. It was never. It's a free community, always free, because of the treaty that was signed on the 10th of December in 1659 with the French. So after slavery, yes, the free slave from Rivantine came and mingled with the community of La Poterie. They got land from the community and the house spot. They lived there. The free slave from Confront Estate came to La Poterie and lived as well because they were able to get free house spot from the community, and they evolved into a new dispensation. But the Saraka remained. That Saraka shows the defiance against colonization for all those years, and continuing that Saraka, it's so powerful to the community, but we don't even understand the depth of that event, So I'm asking everybody to come out, be part of it. It's all about love. It's all about sharing. It's something that will continue into the future. I see great hope. I see great prospect, and the youths that they have. We had a storytelling and porridge night on Sunday. Last day it was a handful. This year it really grew into a big crowd, and I think it would continue to grow. And as long as the youth start understanding the history of the culture, they would continue to be part of it, and it will last forever.
Top Cat. Have you ever been part of the poetry saga?
Well, yeah, I've visited, a few times, and I've never basically heard anyone go so in depth.
In it.
Yeah, it's quite interesting, and it's a lot of information. I remember growing up, there was a lady that stayed close by us. They call her Miss Freeling, and she used to be, I think she was related to us.
Mhm.
She used to do the saraka, but at that time, when you kids, you don't really
Yeah, you're not
understand
following
what's
it.
going on.
Yeah.
But she did that same kind of thing. And then my granddad had kids with a lady in La Poterie, Miss Nasty.
Yeah, yeah. Mm-hmm.
Right. So Nasty was right there. I remember going by her as a kid. She had this little house in the yard with the straw on the top and thing, and that
Thatch
was
roof, yeah.
right. That was quite a long time. Yeah. So I think Poetry and even River Sally, that's two places my grandparents said that you don't look for people to get married because we all related. River Sally,
Because you're all related.
yeah, River Sally and La Poterie very connected. So but my wife came from there. So
Well, yes, and from the heart of poetry, Tivoli, your wife is from there.
Right there.
Dr. Antoine, are you going to go down to La Poterie? There are going to be about 25 to 30 homes cooking. Doc, are you going to drop a bottle of Woodman for the people, for just a bottle in each of these houses? Are you going to be doing that? Oh, I'm not hearing you. I'm not hearing you. You gone.
I
I
said,
don't know.
are you hearing me now?
Yeah, I'm hearing you now.
I said, I'm sure Dalton will be picking up his quota for the occasion.
But there are, hold on, there are about 25 to 30 families cooking.
Yes.
So the thing is, BJ is going to drop off bananas, and you're going to drop off a bottle of rum each. Yeah.
Well, we'll see how that works with True Dalton.
Dalton, you'll be able to pick it up.
Well, I'll check Doc today.
You check Doc today.
Whichever is donated,
yeah.
I could share.
Right. So he's gonna donate a bottle to each home. So you're gonna do that. See, that's coming from Real FM friends. What are we providing? The knowledge that you're gonna get these things.
But I just wanted to make one additional point.
Sure.
To, Dalton's point there. TC just made reference to he seeing thatch roof huts when he was growing up as a boy in La Poterie.
Mm-hmm.
And I'm aware there is a project ongoing to restore the so-called Kalinago village. And I know the thatched roof is supposed to be a part of it. What I was thinking while Dalton was speaking was, is it possible to make that thatched roof village a part of the exhibition for the Saraka?
Dalton, I know you were working on that.
Yeah, well, currently, let me give thanks also to the present Minister of Agriculture, Mr. Andrew.
Oh, yeah?
When he was the Minister of Tourism, he awarded or received a grant. Doc also a grantee to the project. And it took a year. Since last year, the 16th of January, the grant was supposed to be disbursed. For whatever unknown reason, we had delays. But currently, I would have received, and my vendors would have received payments. I'm currently hunting and gathering in the forest for all material that I would need to complete that phase of the project.
Okay.
So I'm looking at maybe by middle of March, I should be off the forest and have all the material, and then I'll be on site to finish construct, and hopefully a month or two down the road, all those things will be in place. But yes, I'll have it.
So by next year, God's willing.
Yeah, definitely.
People can come to the thatch roof village.
Yes, the thatch roof village.
Okay. How many roofs are you going to put it on?
It would be, I would do 2 thatch roof, the wrong Kalinago house, the cabet, which is the main house, and the other facilities I would do living roof with it, basically. The mud house would have also have a thatch roof. So you have 3 thatch roofs. And I have a living roof with the other.
What is living roof?
I would use mud with grass growing on top of it.
Growing?
Yeah.
Like in green grass?
Yeah, green grass. Yeah.
Like in grass itself?
Yeah.
On a roof?
Yeah.
Well, no, there people hold on. Doc, you know the people wrote the writing. The cow climbed the roof, Richard. The cow had reason to climb the roof.
Come down to, yes. Well, they have reason. There's food there.
Yeah.
But if that's that there, I think what Dalton is doing is finding showing alternative ways of greening our environment. And keeping our environment safe, which is a good idea because I know in major cities they grow a lot of vegetation on the rooftops and on the side of the buildings, tall buildings.
Yeah.
A good idea. But what I would like to see long term for the Kalinago village is it doesn't just serve the interest of people coming for the Saraka, but throughout the year it should serve as an interest to all visitors, tourists particularly, in as much as it would be reflective of our heritage. And that's the key point here. The village being reflective of our historical heritage to the point where people get an important lesson in our history when they get there, so that they don't just come and go empty-handed or empty-brained, as opposed to coming and getting their brain fed as well as filling their stomach.
No, definitely. The village would be a learning center. So you come, eat, drink, sleep, everything Kalinago and the heritage of Grenada and the Caribbean. Basically, it's a living museum. The knowledge that you would learn from the Kalinago village, every aspect of the culture, whether in plants, agriculture, the method they use, how they use it, with our microbes, the microbes, the viruses, how they use that to benefit them, as in the agricultural aspect, the plants that they use, how they use it, how they prepare it for the food, everything. That would the village would teach everything as a village.
What are you cooking tomorrow?
I'm not cooking pork. I'm cooking chicken mainly and crab. Crab used to be one of the and vegetarian oil long. Crab was one of the main dish in the Kalinago. I would cook a crab soup. They had a crab soup dish, so I would replicate that. And but mainly chicken with rice, cocoa, and
warm to pork.
Because of, I would say, the way I grew up. I don't eat pork. I grew up as a
Are you business?
Yeah, I grew up as a
You're not visiting You're not visiting you.
I grew up as a vegetarian.
And what happened? Pork is a pig. I eat a vegetarian too. Pig eating all the rest.
Pork is something that I never ate.
What's wrong with this guy?
So I won't be cooking pork.
I sided with you, man. Don't worry, Andrew.
Okay, guy, listen to me.
Well, you come and you get chicken.
I'm not coming to your place.
Coming to my place because
No.
I'm getting pork. Really?
Oh, I'm not coming there. I go give pork other places and come by your place.
Yeah, you go and get pork somewhere else, but
No, I'm not coming.
Well, I ain't
What you
cooking
could do, you can get some pork from somebody and say, Andre, I'm gonna get some pork and have it there for you, and then I will come. But once you ain't cooking pork or you don't have any pork on your premises, that I am a Kalinago. I want pork.
Hello.
Tell me they didn't sweet pork.
Yes, of course.
Of course.
No, they didn't sweet pork.
How you mean they didn't sweet pork?
Telling you
But all African eating pork.
No.
I eat African.
No. Yeah, you're African, you're not eating pork.
I eating pork.
Pork was introduced into Africa culture.
No. Pork wasn't introduced. Since you just send them pork, them pig and them in the sea, we are pork in Africa.
Yeah. So pork would be off the menu as meat.
Well, that's your business.
Yeah.
Well, I'm not coming by you, okay? So don't get no problems. Don't have no issues with that. I'm just not coming by you.
Yeah. Okay.
I ain't coming by you. Mad? Yeah. And you could do a pork now. Sorry.
You love that pork so much? Don't worry.
Pork will be available everywhere, Andre.
You don't have to worry, Dalton.
No, I don't worry.
I don't have to be worried. I'm not coming by you.
Okay.
So you know now.
Okay.
You know, if somebody say
you're going full belly and pork elsewhere.
Yeah.
I'm
the
not
vegetarian cat, you come.
I ain't going by Dalton.
Yeah, that your business. That your business.
Vegetarian oil.
Nobody's I bet ask Doc where you going.
Doc, where you going? You going with pork day?
Going even where there's no pork.
All right.
What's wrong with these guys? Then?
Now then you'll see me. You'll see me.
All right. 3 against 1.
You're not seeing me, Dalton. You're
We'll
not.
drag him along, you know.
Yeah.
Forget that. Mad.
No problem. No problem.
Or you could do the grunt. Why you must have the grunt? But there's a mango tree on your property.
Yeah.
Is it bearing? No.
No. And funny it is, not only Mr. Bulov talk about the soursop, but I've also noticed that the mangoes not in flowers. That particular mango in the yard. Remember the year you came and you got mango? That the Antoine mango, that mango bear year round. That mango never stopped bearing. It had a crop just after burial,
and that's it.
And up to today, the mangoes in them they're not flourishing. So we may not have mango as we had last season.
But you definitely wouldn't.
Yeah, you know. So it, as a result of the hurricane, we have a lot of changes with the fruiting.
The fruiting. You're saying something, Doc?
Yeah, I wanted to raise a point here. I have an observation that there's a plant that I know has a particular flavor to it, an aroma to it. But since Hurricane Beryl, I noticed that aroma seemed to have been lost. And it didn't just happen in one area. I first thought it was a problem in the first one area, but then when I observed the same thing in another area, I thought, okay, there must be something common to the two areas. Why all of a sudden the aroma and flavor has been lost in that particular plant? And I want to attribute it to Hurricane Beryl. Now that Dalton is making the point about the mango not bearing after Hurricane Beryl, I'm beginning to think that the strong winds during the Hurricane Beryl would have had some adverse effect on terms of the vitality of the plants. No, I have no evidence for that, but just my observation of what Dalton just said, what I've observed. And I'm thinking we may have a little problem down the road if that happens too often. Because it means at some point in time, our fruits, for example, will no longer taste as flavorful as they used to. And I hope that's not the case. I hope it's just a minor setback that will probably take a year or two to correct itself. But if that fails, then it means we have a more serious challenge to be engaged in preserving our fruit quality in the first instance by protecting and preserving the species and germplasms. And then secondly, ensuring that we have some scientific research that goes on to ensure that we could mitigate that problem as quickly as possible whenever it occurs in the future. And again, here is where I have to raise the issue of the agricultural college that should be existing and functioning in Maribor. That should be part of the issue or research that's been done by the Maribor Agricultural College to ensure that when problems like this occurs, they quickly tend to it and over time come up with specific solutions to the issues. And that is not being done. In other words, here's another infrastructural problem we have where farmers have concerns and problems facing them in the field, and then we don't have an institution or a mechanism in place to assist us to resolve those problems and to the questions we have. So again, it appeals to us to request that our government really give serious attention to the major infrastructural institutions we need here in Grenada, including roads, transportation, the agricultural college, better water quality service and preservation and protection, etc., etc.
Doc, I want to use your expertise here a bit. As Topcat indicated to me, I think it was a week or two ago when we spoke to it, that particular mushroom that he found on his land. I'm going to ask him a couple of questions, and I want you to chime in wherever you think there's a need to chime in. Kat, is that the only kind of mushroom you've seen in your plot?
This one, I've seen it mainly around like bamboo stools. Yeah, but there's another one that grows on like rotten tree stump and stuff. It's of a different nature. But this one got a kind of netting kind of thing above it. Yeah, it's white. Yeah, but the other one that grows on rotten tree stump, it's more creamish in color. Yeah, it's of a different nature.
I am aware that most of the solid white mushrooms tend to be edible. The ones that tend to not be edible would be the highly colored red ones, and then there are some brown mushrooms that are also edible. And I know we have a wide range of mushrooms in our forest.
Mm.
I once had an index of edible mushrooms, and by golly, heaven knows where it's disappeared to. In any case, we can, again, here's where the agricultural college can come in, appoint 2, 3 students to research the various mushrooms we have in our forests, figure out ways and means of identifying or finding out the edible ones and those that have medicinal value, of course, most likely the colored ones, and figure out ways and means of culturing or cultivating those within our environment for economic value, for economic purposes. Again, here is where we have a major potential resource available to us, the mushrooms, which can be a very vital. Mushrooms are a good source of protein. And if we are able to produce mushrooms locally, that could add to our gross domestic product. And if we are able to export some of that to restaurants and hotels throughout the Caribbean or North America, that adds additional foreign exchange to our economic situation. And so here again, if we have the agricultural college, it would have significant economic benefits, significant educational benefits, because guess what? At the end of the day, the greatest aspect of our wealth is education. An educated person, an educated family, an educated nation is in essence the foundation for economic development. And here is where we have our major problems. Lack of a high quality education for all.
Let me add a little as you're talking on mushrooms. The in St. Vincent, you have the alternative medicine industry, and mushrooms was one of the key component that was looked at for psilocybin, which is a psychedelic. So a lot of company rush into St. Vincent to create mushroom farms to produce the psilocybin for the psychedelic aspect. And then I discovered the cohoba, which is now the major plant that will be producing the psychedelic. But mushroom is a huge industry. One of the company that partnered with me, one of the lead scientists, by the name of Dr. Holiday, he is the top lead in the world in terms of mushroom production for medicine and psilocybin. So we will be working together, and it relates to the different classification of mushrooms and what they will be.
Talk to us. We're not hearing you.
You're not hearing me?
Yeah.
Okay, sorry. I was saying in St. Vincent there is a huge industry evolving around mushrooms for the production of psilocybin. Basically, not more on the edible side, but on the medicinal side. And there's a lot of mushrooms here that are seen in the forest, which we refer to as the fish scales. There's a lot of variety of fish scales that is all used for medicine as it relates to cancer, various cancers. And we also have indigenous mushrooms that the same Kalinago people and the Tainos would have used for the psilocybin aspect. There's a powerful one that grows from the cow shit. Those are very powerful mushrooms that have a lot of psilocybin in them. Going down the road, we really need to evolve into the demand basically in health, and all those things come from the natural compounds from plant. So agriculture is a key component in producing everything, and we really need to focus and redirect our agriculture sector for that sort of production so that farmers could actually have wealth. It's a sad thing that we're not evolving into the new trend as it relates to agriculture.
How possible is it, Doc, for us? Well, there's the young man. I have to contact him again to have another chat with him. But how possible do you think it is to have many farmers being involved in mushroom growing, or what do you call it? Whatever. What's it? What's the practice of growing
I'm growing
mushroom?
mushrooms.
Whatever that is called. How do you think we can really get to that stage, Doc, where
Yes,
we
yes, yes, yes,
export?
yes, yes. We can, and we probably should. The challenge we have here in Grenada is we are risk averse when it comes to doing business.
Mm.
Mushrooms can be easily grown even in your backyard, and can be grown by school children, for example, in the schoolhouses to raise funds for the schools. Can
Mhm.
be grown in the backyards of homes to raise or bring an income to the housewives and people who are homebound or mainly operate from their homes, as
Mhm.
well as it can be done on farms outside of the home area. So yes, the potential for mushroom farming is significant, is possible, is great. Like everything else, we do not approach agriculture from a scientific perspective, and we do not give the necessary and sufficient and essential economic value to it. So that's the drawback as regards mushroom farming. But we could do the same thing for things like carrots and cabbage and kale and a whole host of other garlic, for example. And yet still, we don't have any roadmap that guides us as to what farmers can do if they want to get involved, say, in mushroom farming, for example, or carrot farming, for example, or even sweet potato farming, Andre, that you made reference to earlier on. And why? No reason why. There was once a saying during a period of our history that said, idle hands plus idle lands.
Equal an end to unemployment.
Correct. And yet still we continue to have growing idle hands that results in growing crime activities,
Mhm.
loss of significant economic potential, both human capital and resources, and yet still our economy keeps going downhill in a handbasket. Why? That needs to be stopped. We need to turn around our attitudes and behaviors to the point where we now begin to think, okay, let us make greater use of the resources we have. The mushrooms, wild mushrooms, we could farm them. We could even farm armadillo, we could farm tattoo, we could farm shrimp, we could farm crayfish, we could even cultivate the medicinal plants that our foreparents tell us have medicinal values, and we don't. Why? Why?
Because we don't know.
What we do know, the problem is we don't have the leadership and guidance necessary to guide us the correct path and provide the necessary opportunities and equipment and resources and assistance, if I may say, to help us get started. I'm sure TC could probably find ways and means to grow a half an acre of mushrooms in his lands up there.
But hold on, Doc. Hold on there. Hold on there. A half an acre of mushroom up in the mountain, that's a huge task. And understanding that temperatures in Grenada are not necessarily what you call stable for the sustenance of mushroom growth like that. Am I correct?
Oh, that's why you have things like greenhouses, and that's why you
All
have.
right, that's what I'm saying. He can't grow it in the mountain. He
No.
probably grow it in the garage.
No. Mushrooms do like warm, shady, moist areas, Andre.
Mhm.
That's an
Okay, there's somebody on the line. Let's take that caller and remember that warm, shady, moist areas. Caller on the WhatsApp. Good morning.
Morning, Mr. Andre, and all your guests. Your program is so edifying and educational.
Thank you.
I'm wondering if we could get some people to sponsor the program in the night because this hour a lot of people is at work,
Mhm.
and I myself is at work, so I just take a little chance to make some quick suggestion. Now the farmers, we have the bank to help people in the agriculture area. Can they get a transportation? In here in the US, they have this kind of transportation. You have the van and a little pulley behind where you could put all your goods in. Can one of the farmers or somebody in the farming area could help a farmer in that area there to purchase this vehicle where we will even to they have to band together days and whatever to do what I have to do. And Mr. Anton, could you sit with the minister and all this educational thing you say
Yes, I
concerning
can.
the young people with the school? Could we get something started?
Certainly we
Okay,
can, but
these
it
are few of
requires.
my ideas. Thank you.
All
Sorry,
right, Doc. You got it there, Doc. Go ahead.
my apologies for trying to respond to at the point in time. My apologies. In any case, yes, we certainly can meet with the minister, but like everything else, it requires two hands to clap. One, two. If you don't put in the energy and effort to clap the hands, they won't clap, even though you have the two hands there. So I think it's a matter of communication and a response, a positive response, and interest and will on the part of the government ministers, including educational minister and minister of agriculture, wanting to see and make a difference for our people. And like I said earlier on, it seems to me that people's interests is not of priority to too many of our individual ministers and politicians. Whereas in essence, their function ought to be people focused. As you want to deal with the problems facing our people, and the problems facing our people are not being addressed adequately, not even sufficiently.
Your friend Dalton wants to say goodbye to you, Doc. He has to leave, so he wants to say goodbye to you. Dalton, go ahead, talk.
Well, pleasant good day again to all the listening public. And Andre, have a good day. Doc,
Yes.
have a blessed day. I will see you soon.
Yes, that's no problem. You're
And
welcome.
and,
That's
and
it.
Teddy,
Yes, man.
we all close schoolmate. Teddy used to be a superb high jumper, and then I follow in his shoes.
Oh, please, just get out of here.
Don't worry, Andre. I'm jealous too. Jealous, man.
And let me make a little quick response to Mr. Bowler. Yes, I was the number one critic to the project in La Poterie. So when you're having that meeting, that talk, that discussion on radio, I want to be part of it.
But you're a critic.
Yeah.
You're still a critic?
Yeah. Still a critic because the area in La Poterie, the pasture there, that area is where Chief Baba stood up and defeated Lacrompte. Lacrompte looked at him and Lacrompte questioned. He said, "You think you is Achilles of the ancient Greece?" And Lacrompte fought with him. Lacrompte said he and 16 of his men aimed at him, fired upon him, and they didn't see no blood, no wound. Baba defeated them with just a piece of baton. And Lacrompte said he burned the entire village in Poterie after Baba defeated him and took the rest of Caribs and go with the canoe. And when we did the archaeological dig in 2016, 90% of all the post holes that we discovered was burnt. So you see that widespread burning in the village. So my critique to that is that the area, the French first map that they drew, that they made in 1686, I think, it identified the area on the map as that location. And so my thing to that is that we could have used that history and that heritage of the area and bring more on into Grenada.
No, we can still do it.
Grenada has.
Still do it.
Grenada do not have a World Heritage status.
Yeah, we can still do it. It's a playing field.
That area in La Poterie, is, matter of fact, La Poterie is the only place in Grenada that could instantly give Grenada a World Heritage status UNESCO site.
So look at it this way.
So
you were a critic, and I can understand and respect that you were a critic. Bloody hell, lights there. Want them take it down now?
No.
All right, so come on, let's find out how we can do so and have a statue there to represent Baba.
And that is what I was saying.
Let's have a statue there
because
to represent.
Remember, I first brought a tractor day with Archibald first to
hold on
do
the Baba and how many? Huh? Baba and 16?
No, 16 French guy.
So how many? Baba and who?
Baba and alone stood up. That was Lacrompte say, you think he's Achilles of the ancient Greece?
Okay, so 16 French guys shot at Baba and you didn't think. And man, let's build a statue of Baba and say, "Hail Baba!"
So,
yo, we'll talk.
Yeah, we'll.
All right, Dalton, take care of yourself. Yeah. Dalton is transitioning out to here, friends. But of course, we do have TC and Dr. Twine, who's they're the ones who are going to bring the curtains down on the program this morning. Let me see. Let me get everything the way I believe I should have it here. So that all right. So there you go with the guy, the TC guy. So the TC guy is there, and we can now go back to Dr. Antoine and the TC guy. Doc, you there?
Yes, I'm still here, but I think I'm losing you guys. My screen seems to be going dark here.
Oh well, we're seeing you pretty good.
Great, great. So I trust though, Andre, I'm still yet to feel confident that the discussions we've been having over the years are having any impact on our ministerial policies. And I wish there will come a point in time when we can begin to have some interaction and dialogue between the policymakers, the ministers, and the associates, and the people, the farmers, the teachers, and the communities, so as to ensure that things have been done in the interest of our people as opposed to ad hoc, vice decisions and activities taking place without any bearing on the interests and needs of the people and without a plan. So,
Doc, I say to you this way: the only how we're going to have what you just suggested is that we will have to have more people realizing that they need to get on board. And we've been talking agriculture for a long time. And people may say, well, are you only talking stupidness there? It is only considered stupidness because you aren't listening to what is being said. The person is not listening to what is being said, and they're not understanding. And yes, I do at times speak, how they call it, the politics of the day. Of course, Andre can't have a program and not speak about the politics of the day. Even if I was a DJ, I'd do that. But I say to you, most of the time here, what we do is that we're saying, hey, irrespective, when Roland Bola was the Minister of Agriculture, I had a program like this with him. As a matter of fact, that program that morning was held at in Carlton Junction at the site of the Nutmeg. Dr. We call him Dr. Null is there. Yeah. And Bola promised me that they're going to be they're going to bring some people in to look at the Nutmeg audience, and Top Cat, you would have loved this. But nothing was done, and am I critical of Bola for that? For nothing was done? Yeah, I am, and I hope and pray that the present Minister for Agriculture, who is also a man from St. Andrew, Mr. Andrews, I hope and pray that he can do something so as to deal with the nutmeg audience. This thing is 100 years old. We need to change it. Yeah, go ahead.
Basically, there's a lot to be changed in the nutmeg industry.
Mm-hmm.
I grew up in this, and even the way we harvest our nutmegs. I remember back then we were in a meeting, and I mentioned to them, okay, the maize is very much expensive than the nutmegs. If we really have to get serious into that, and really make a turnaround, we have to, what if they start investing in giving us nets instead of letting the nutmegs fall on the ground?
Oh, so you put the nets, you find a way to erect the nets at the bottom.
Right, because there are times when the nutmeg would be in full bloom, when they open very heavily.
Yeah, when it hits the ground, that maize is going to start to rot.
Especially in the mountain during the rain time, the maize don't last long. I remember there was a time when we had a lot of hot sun, and some of my nutmegs on the side where that was facing the rising of the sun, all these maize, they had a black spot on them, and it's because they wasn't accustomed to that kind of heat.
Oh.
Yeah, that went on for one season, and then it changed after that. But up there they would produce a lot of nice maize. I would get 3 crops of nutmegs in the mountain, while you wouldn't get that in the low-lying areas. So it's quite different. So if we could harness the nutmegs in that particular way, we get all the seeds, we save a lot in the maize. That means you will be getting only number one maize.
Number one maize. Top Cat, let's take a final word from Dr. Antoine this morning. Doc, final words?
Yes, I think the reference to use of alternative means for collecting, remember I didn't say pick up, I said collecting the nutmegs is important. And yes, I was told some years ago, that there was an effort to work or to develop a net system. And the report was that they did it once and it didn't work. And I asked, so it didn't work once, why didn't you modify it and come back a second, or third, or fourth time? That's the essence of research, right? You search again and again until you get the answer. There was no response to that. Again, it shows how much we lack the science, our application of science in our agriculture. But yes, TC does have a valid point. We ought to have by now developed better and alternative means of collecting our nutmegs, so that the nutmegs don't get lost, the maize doesn't get spoiled, and therefore we get greater value from the field. And here is where I say we can entice or encourage kids in the schools, primary schools for that matter, to come up with ideas that will help solve simple problems like that. And yet still we don't do that. So when you're teaching agriculture in the primary schools, that's a problem you could pose to the students and tell them, come up with a solution. You could do the same thing and say, okay, come up with a solution as to how we can farm mushrooms at home. You could do the same thing to tell them, how can we better farm or potatoes, yams, or anything for that matter. In other words, train the kids to start thinking of problem solving at a very early age.
Got you, Doc. Top Cat, last word from you this morning. Yes. And of course, I want to say to you, well, I'm saying to you that, hey, it's a free thing. Any Thursday morning, you slip in here. That's we've got seats for you. Or you might want to stay home this morning and use your computer and talk to us. You got good internet? Just let me know. Send the link for me, Andre. I'll send the link to you. But your final words, Sam.
All right. It was a pleasure being here, and we always have a lot of different ideas that we can share. So definitely I'll be back and share some of those ideas, because I'm in a lot of different sectors. So I have a lot to say. So I want to thank Real FM for having me today. And one thing I have to say, go listen to my new song.
Oh, you got a new song. That's a new song.
Black Levitation. Andre wouldn't listen it, so other people would listen.
Oh my God. Here we go again. Andre again.
So you'll have to play it for Dr. Antoine.
Yeah. And I probably have to send it to him. it to Dr. Antoine.
Yeah, and we in Black History Month, so that's when I choose to release it. So I would say have a good day, everyone.
Thank you for coming by, Top Cat. Doc, take care of yourself. God bless you, yeah?
All right, thanks very much, guys. Thanks
okay.
for the audience out there.
Okay, then, great. You too, take care. This is Real. This is 91.9, 91.5, www.drealfmgrenada.com. Good morning, Grenada. Good morning, Caribbean. Good morning to the WORLD. My name, Andre Donald. And guess what? I'm out of here. Man gone.
Triple N. Informative, entertaining, and first. Every hour on the hour.
This is the latest news update as produced by Triple